One of the funniest.
You're right. She is great.
One of the funniest comments I saw was a guy going, "I'm cranking it right now," and then it was like he continued to type his comment, and it looked like one hand typing. Like there would be like an extra consonant every now and then.
A bunch of comment threads. Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah,
me too, bud. Yeah, jerk boys. Yeah,
dude. And then it's either sad boys talking about video games, like, "Yo, who's trying to hop on COD right now?" Or like people being like,
"I'm gonna be free in a minute."
Yeah. Or other people being like, "Dude, I just can't find love." Like under
I love
like
these classic Lisa Ann posts.
Yeah. All right. So we are live. This is Salsa Parlor Live, the morning show. For those of you that don't know, we're a bunch of goofs that live in Michigan who are stand-up comedians. COVID shut us down. COVID might be shutting us down. We'll talk about that later. Catch us Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. I'm Lou Michael. I'm going to go around table and let everybody else introduce themselves.
Can we go counterclockwise?
You know what? Jimmy looks like he was chomping at the bit.
I thought you were gonna like do a roll call, and I was gonna do the whole like present.
Oh, okay. Well,
but now we gotta...
sure. No, I'll back it up. I was sitting across from me is the lovely Nick Earl.
Hi. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Keep it going. Just keep it.
I have no bits to riff. Just clap it.
Cross corner from me in the lovely green sweater, we got James Couture, everybody.
Crickets.
Yeah.
And then this lovely fellow, is that pastel? I don't know.
It's magenta.
It's a nice shirt.
Well, it's a color. That's not the type of
color.
Well, is magenta considered pastel?
No, magenta is an actual color.
So am I in magenta? This is more of a lavender.
Yeah, pastel's like a texture.
All right, well, it's not the first time he's been called this in his life. Colorly challenged Trevor Tress.
I only see magenta.
Colorly challenged.
Only magenta Tress.
Black people and white people all look the same to me, but magenta people, I have a beef with magenta
And we're
people.
canceled inside of 2 minutes for you making that.
Big magenta
acrylic.
No, this is Caucasian.
I'm
not pastel, I'm Caucasian.
Okay, my God. So we cold opened with Pornhub's comment section, which I feel like people watching probably put it together.
Yeah.
They knew what we were talking about.
That we dabble in pornography?
Well, definitely the comment section.
Well, you have to make an account to comment as well. I think that's part of the reason I made an account.
Oh, yeah?
That's a Dan Curry bit, isn't it?
I think he does dabble.
Yeah,
Yes.
dabble.
He watches porn. He watches porn. I don't know. I think, to me, making an account, it felt a little too familiar. And I wasn't a fan of that.
So you want to contextualize, though, Pornhub gave us all a free month at the beginning of the pandemic, which now that we're coming up to the 1 year anniversary, I'm thinking we should get a free month again.
Yeah. That kind of messed me up because I had never seen porn in 4K before, and now I don't know how to go back. You can't watch it. Like any film made in the 90s now is dead to me.
You don't have any nostalgia of like those cable channels you only kind of got a little bit?
Wait,
No.
are we still talking about porn or just regular movies?
Now I'm talking about high def porn now, which I think is a
Yeah.
different category.
He's talking about Skinamaxes, I think.
Yeah,
like,
for sure. Like,
Well, not even just Skinamate, but like those like softcore porn channels. Like when you were like 9, they would just come in a little bit on the like ka-chung,
Yeah.
TVs.
how the fuck old?
No.
I have been around.
Yeah,
I missed that one.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Are you talking about
You wear the tinfoil hat,
an
like the
old
antenna
tube
go,
TV where you're cranking to crank?
6 channels.
You talking about Lifetime?
Yeah.
Okay, Lifetime I've seen. Yeah. I've seen Lifetime.
That channel.
Do you guys? Did you guys ever have HBO growing up?
No.
Now growing up.
Okay.
Not until the Sopranos hit.
Okay, so I remember.
Those like free weeks though.
Yeah,
times,
yeah.
like,
My family
months.
got HBO for a little bit when I was younger.
Beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah, right.
Free
then.
week.
It was incredible. And no, I just remember like falling asleep to a movie on regular HBO, then like waking up at like 2 a.m. in the middle of a porno, being like, "Whoa!"
Wait, HBO had porn?
HBO After
Yeah.
Dark, man.
Yeah.
Like how
All
are-
those premium channels, like after like 10 p.m., just softcore porn, like, you know.
That's a good
Yeah.
attack on the market.
All of it is on HBO Max.
All the pornography is on HBO Max.
All of it.
All of it.
Do you gotta like?
How much real sex are you watching?
Wow.
Or what is it? It's like is it Sex Talk with Kate Morgan? That's like all that stuff.
Kate Morgan, is that who is
It's
that?
a porn star.
Wait a second.
Oh, now I know.
She's like,
You shortened it. It's Katie Morgan.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, that's
you
why I didn't
friends?
recognize.
Well, I do that with a lot of things, like
the sentence.
I call Elena nah.
K-Morgs.
Hey,
Cheese
nah.
on Pete's. It's weird. I was talking about this with someone now. I've been watching for a spell now. And there's like young women who I've like grown up with.
Young women.
I've been watching pornography for, north of 9 years probably. Right? I'm almost 24.
Okay.
That's a lot. That's 10 years.
That's a lot of porning around, Trev.
Yeah.
Do you branch out though, or are you pretty consistent? in
Pretty
those
consistent.
things? Wow.
I mean,
Curiosity?
well-
You're talking about familiarity. or
No, I know what I like a story. So if it has a good plot, like when you start it up and there's just those weird shots of someone like already half naked and like this weird camera motion and they're like, dude, I'm like, nah, I'm out.
Weird house music on all those too.
Yeah.
Like,
There's two ways to porn it up. You either gotta see the whole like we're gonna do this, or it's just gotta be a clip where they're mid clap already. And
No.
it's like they're in it.
No. No, because then
yeah.
I'm like, how did we get here?
Well, no,
Well,
I'm
that's why I
I'm
like porn,
agreeing
because
with
it's
you.
Way great. That
You ever like fast forward and you're like they're in a new spot and you're like, well, now I gotta rewind.
no, because I got 10 porn gifts lined up.
Yeah. All right.
You only use GIFs?
Yeah, I was
gifts,
gonna say
just
you don't
no
know
sound.
this. You don't know this about Jimmy, but he is exclusively a sex.com porn gift guy.
I watch porn vines. They're all 6 seconds. and-
You're laughing, but he's getting ready to learn you some shit.
Are you being serious?
That's
Oh, I thought
Hey.
we were doing a little joke.
No, I'm with you on this because I've been through it with you. I'm gonna back him up because he learned the rest of the table up about a year
like,
ago.
I don't want to hear honestly the plot or anything. I'm 35 years old. I get it. Knock on the door. It's a stranger coming in. Owe some rent.
Yeah, nobody has any
Whoa.
money.
Yeah, money.
Slow down, bud. I'm gonna get hard over here.
So you play whatever your favorite type of music is that gets you rock hard and going, and then you just gift click, and you just
So-
go with the music, and
so-
you're like, all right.
Something I want to ask you a couple of things about that is one, OG Yando's here. Thanks, bud. Good to see you.
He's OG yacht.
Yeah, he changed it up, baby, because of something that happened on Tuesday's Quickie. But anyways,
Tuesday's quickie.
yeah,
Go on to that real quick.
Tuesday. It's if you just want to do a show in the morning, you just call it a Quickie. If it's not the obstacle or the morning show right
Oh
now,
yeah, okay.
so you just call it a Quickie. But let's. I want to backpedal up to the music you listen to, and this is something that is. I want to tell you. I've been.
Everyone's like, what kind of music
Yeah.
does he
Yeah.
listen
Well, no,
It's
no.
not gonna shock you.
No, but like this is something that I think about your weird sexuality every now and again when you're in that room, and I'm just like, I wonder what he's cranking it to. What music do you crank it to? And then follow-up question, do you ever have like a Pavlovian dog problem where like you'll be in a grocery store and you hear that song and
Answer
you're
the second question first.
okay. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. like you'll just be somewhere where you shouldn't be erect.
I'm a little conditioned to do that. You'll hear a song, be like, I'm fucking turned on now. You grew up repressed Catholic. And you put a little bit of sexuality in.
Okay.
Everything, like seeded potted plants.
God damn it, Steely Dan, you've done it again.
I do want to. The reason I asked that is because I took a few play
It's a
actions
fun
from your
thing
book.
to do. I highly recommend doing
Dude,
it.
I took a few play actions from your book, and that I was like out and about, and the song I've been using like came on,
change up.
and I was like, "Ah!" I'm like, no, this is not. We should not be getting hard at a mire, nor use music that they could use at a mire for cranking it.
This.
Yeah, just whoa,
So like anything with like a fun bass line or like because you want to like sync up.
some thumping
Yeah, you
music.
want some
Yeah.
thumping music. So first of all, Jack White is great to listen to.
You're whacking off to Jack White. I think we've had this talk.
This is
the
strange.
guitar, the drum, the bass, everything. It's fucking great.
Oh,
And,
man.
a little bit of Childish Gambino or anything kind of like fun
Like-
funk or hip hop.
Like dudes, mostly dudes, singing.
Sometimes I'll put in some Maggie Powers if I'm feeling like the gifts are a little bit too rough and I want to get a little more sensual with it. Put in a little, leave the lights on.
I don't think, and this is maybe a hot take, I don't think guys who are bad at fucking should be allowed to listen to R&B.
Yeah.
Don't you think they should? So
It's part
they
of the
learn how-
fantasy,
No.
yeah. You don't think it helps with the rhythm?
I mean, maybe it helps with the rhythm, but I just think it's kind of fraudulent.
I gotta tell you, R&B taught me the smooth thrust.
The smooth
The
thrust.
smooth thrust.
I don't have a smooth
the
thrust.
the smooth. It's up and in,
Just
and then down and out.
Okay.
You gotta. It's a smooth thrust. It's not one jackrabbit motion.
Okay. Cool. I'll keep that in mind.
Well, I don't think you're gonna.
Is this too fast for you? I say that. I say,
Yeah.
is this too fast? Too
Am
speedy?
I past your beats per minute?
Do you just listen to like Metallica when you're fucking, Trevor?
Do I listen? No.
And then make sure you get paid the right amount.
Yeah.
Oh
When
my
you have
god.
a moment to yourself, do you put your hair up or do you let it down?
I mean, I'm having my hair up right now.
He rubs his hands through it.
You're not having a moment. You're just like really let it loose and feel your.
Yeah, have you ever tickled the small of your back with your lion's mane? Man. So yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the laugh.
It depends how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a kink shame free table. Anything anybody's got going on here, except. Well, we got into the masturbating on the toilet thing yesterday, and everybody had some different opinions on that one.
I haven't
Like
done
three
that.
things we talked about.
Yeah,
yesterday
yeah.
In terms of jerking off, we have got to get better lives.
Yeah, well, we're working on it.
Yeah.
I do want to go to this though. Sean Murray said he had a really attractive math tutor when he was 13, and he didn't do well in his math class.
Well, how can you when she's wearing all those outfits? We
Okay,
had the same teacher.
Jim, you subbed a decent amount though. Did you ever have to
Sexually frustrate any teenagers?
Yeah, because you got like
you have
hot sub
it
energy.
happens, and you have to you have to be very thoughtful of how you shut it down.
Well,
Yeah.
well said.
It's
Yeah, I was
because
gonna
it's
say.
off-putting. It's off-putting a lot because you're like, oh, you're a child.
Yeah, you're treading lightly right now. Well done.
I mean, it was my profession. for
Spoken
little
like a
bit.
true comedian who is.
I'm
yeah.
not a creep.
Yeah.
I do watch gift porn to popular music, but I do not want to sleep with children.
You're a goddamn hero.
Hang on, they are making a plaque of you right now for Teacher of the Year.
That shouldn't even be controversial. Everyone should just be like, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm saying it though. Is like
I think the gift porn in music is actually worse than fucking kids.
you're that against it.
It's weird to me. As a guy who needs a plot and dialogue and all that other stuff, the gifts, man, I just
See, this is the one aspect where I can cut production value right out of it.
Yeah, I've never met like Nick. We're sitting cross table from literally get to the climax action. Don't want any filler, and Trevor needs backstory.
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Do you
because
watch
what if
them cuddle at the end of
well
it,
what if
or-
we don't what if we don't have
Hey,
any
don't
chemistry?
kink shame him. It's a safe table.
If we
I don't
don't
understand.
if we don't have any chemistry, I can't come. That's why I need the plot because I'm like, do I vibe with this person?
Do you also need to vibe with the male actor as well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
That's gotta be hard.
How do-
because
It is
there's
hard.
Not a lot.
Got him. Zing.
how do you feel about that one guy?
Meat.
Yeah. How do you?
Wow.
Yeah, that's their name.
They're all just like
You're, sorry,
bald, like
mostly
completely shaved guys.
Yeah, they're literally Johnny Sims just looks like an enormous penis.
They take the break in case of emergency ask and get these guys out of tubes. Just like,
Yeah.
all right, it's time to fuck.
Who's that one guy that like he won't shut up while they're filming, and he's the guy who ends every scene with like, "Oh my god, dropping fucking loads."
Wait, what?
It's-
I've never
there's, like,
seen this
I
guy.
don't watch
Lance
that.
something. Zach would know who
You're
it
gonna have
is
to give me a link.
because Zach and Sean showed me the like actual video where the guy like won't shut up, and it's like porn star won't stop like yelling cringe compilation. And it's
That's
this guy
so
going
funny.
like, feels so fucking good, and he like grumbles. It's
Yeah,
terrifying.
That's unsettling.
Yeah.
Trevor, you should run for office on the platform of
Story and porn.
Is
The new family values.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's kind of it's almost sexist for there not to be a plot, because then it's like, oh, is that just an object to you? That's a person to me. You know, I've gone
They are
through.
people. I don't
a
think- I
person
don't look at
poorly pretending to be a real estate agent.
Yeah, that's something like that. I don't know.
I'm trying.
I don't even come
believe you,
sometimes. I just
but,
watch the video.
That's worse.
No.
That's worse. Yeah.
Like this is my favorite. These are my stories.
Well, it's like, how am I supposed to come when I'm this invested in the story? I don't want to watch the second half of it in the afterglow, as we were speaking about earlier, because then I'm not watching it in the right headspace.
No, but if you
like the afterglow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, I like.
I just reflect on all my decisions, and
You
I'm
like
like, oh, mostly bad.
And like, I like glowing.
So you like the beginning of the bell
I was
curve
talking
and the
about
top.
this yesterday. I enjoy being aroused. Like, like the minute afterglow, I'm no longer aroused.
Again,
Just-
still a safe table,
done,
but
and I hate myself.
I feel like I just looked in the Ark of the Covenant of sexual energy.
You're
James,
supposed to keep your eyes
look-
closed. I get
looked-
wide open.
you looked me right in my fucking soul. And I've never, in my whole 29 years of existence in this plane, felt more of a truth than you look at me in my goddamn soul telling me you like to be aroused. Holy,
All I'm saying is don't play icky thump around me.
I'm dead. There is.
That's a weird sex song. Isn't it about like immigration and like that? Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, but that bass line's fucking.
That is
Damn.
funny that you're whacking it to politically charged rock and roll
I'm well informed.
and endowed.
Put on CCR and just crank one out.
Yeah, sure.
I can only come to leftist commentary.
Bad moon on the rise.
If it's not like populist, I'm like, nah, this doesn't agree with my politics.
It's not like I'm listening to OAR and crank.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you turn the video on and then you turn like Young Turks, just the audio.
Yeah.
Right.
I honestly think cranking it to OAR
Yeah,
would be the
that's
saddest
right.
thing.
That's what I'm talking about.
The Young
Get the
Turks.
audio out of there.
Isn't the Young Turks? Isn't that a genocidal charged name? Something like that.
I have no idea.
Okay, I don't know a lot about the Young Turks, but every time I see it, it's always like that one Bond company stooge looking fella who runs a bunch of college interns who are aging out with him. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
I know the main guy's like Cenk Unger.
That's
Yeah.
his name. Yeah, he looks like dollar store Mark Cuban.
Yeah,
like
he does.
if you microwaved Mark Cuban for too long. Oh, but weirdly enough, Mark Cuban also looks like if you microwaved him for too long, it's sunken in eyes.
Mosa probably has a good line on that.
On the Young Turks?
Yeah.
Well, all I know is they picked that name because of some sort of revolution, and then when the Armenian genocide really started to come to surface again, people were like, ooh, bad name.
Whoopsie daisy.
Maybe rebrand.
Like, I don't know. What if we went with like Rad 1930s Germany as our podcast name? And people were like, there's a whole bugaboo. Like what?
Kaiser Wilhelm III.
Yeah,
is our
right.
channel name.
Let's tag it.
Oh, tagging in, we have the very funny. And
James
now
talked
awkward
about porn
timing,
and now
yeah.
he's out. There's like, we're talking about Young Turks now. I'm done.
It was a good transition.
we just hear Iggy Thump. We just start hearing Iggy Thump from the other room, just fucking getting after it.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
You know that there's got to be a guy who can only come to like conservative talk radio.
Alex Jones.
No, just
Ben Shapiro.
yeah.
You mean the
Just Ben
conservative talk
Shapiro?
radio
Yeah.
hosts?
Yeah, when
Yeah.
they're not on air, they're cranking it to each other for
Yeah.
sure. Steven Crowder probably exclusively comes on his own chest to Jordan Peterson and Ben Shapiro.
I talk dirty to my girlfriend the way that Tucker Carlson talks to his viewers.
That
I'm just very
has
aggressive
got to
and
feel
pointed.
good. And if you're not coming, what's the point of any of this? I mean, really.
It has been 8 goddamn years since you have come once. My leftists are the reason my girlfriend doesn't come during sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh God, just another reason to have this civil war.
It's
Huh?
the fucking cancel culture. That's why she's not coming.
Yeah.
You hate to see it happen. Elena, how's it going?
Good. I'm good. How are you guys?
We're all right.
What next here?
What political
glad to
stance
be
do
here.
you fuck to?
What was that?
What political stance would you identify fucking with?
What politics do you fuck with?
What are
That's
your-
a
what are your fuck
charged question.
politics?
Literal, metaphorically, whatever you want to take.
Probably somewhere in the middle.
Yeah,
You're a moderate.
moderately nice. Okay.
Libertarian because it makes no sense what
Well,
I'm
as
doing.
long as
Because you want to
libertarian-
fuck kids.
As long as you're not hurting anybody. That's yeah. Yeah.
I was talking more like libertarian party, not ideology. Just fucking crazy.
Yeah, they are pretty insane.
Yeah.
It's because a lot of sovereign citizens are libertarians,
Yeah.
right?
Like, have you seen Gary Johnson was talking at a convention and he's like, hey, I think driver's licenses are a good idea. And he got booed. Like,
What?
yeah.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
That's okay. That because I feel like because I'm a moderate, I'll be riding the libertarian like speech for about 80%, and then it's just 20% of nonsense where I'm like, nope, we need some government here. Like,
I can get beyond like the social aspect of it for sure, but then like you also the people who talk like they ran Gary Johnson so many times,
right.
like the what is Aleppo guy. Just-
Oh my god, dude. That guy. Well, the fact that he has no idea of any other, I would say states outside of his own, but then countries. But then when you start talking to libertarians about like, hey, who's gonna fix the roads? There's always one guy with like a wheelbarrow. He's like, you fucking pay me, I'll do it. Like, he's like, dude, I know how to do this. I'll fix the roads. Like, this is not good, man. This is not good at all.
Well, I think for government, it's like I don't need a government. If the government disappeared tomorrow, I would just keep doing what I'm doing. You know.
Yeah, but
other people are the reason I want government.
Right. I was gonna say, Trevor, you're fine, but
Yeah,
I've
but
seen some
everybody
monsters
else.
out there. Yeah, absolutely not, dude.
Yeah, I mean it's like guns in a way. I mean, no, I don't want to get into guns.
Nah,
too
go
much,
for it.
but,
I like guns. I'm
know,
holding
it's like-
3 9mm rounds right now.
Oh,
We
yeah.
can talk about
just in
guns.
case. No, but it's like I would love to have a grenade, and I could use my grenades.
Well, hang on. That's different than a
That's not a
gun.
gun.
Yeah, that's a bomb. If we really to give a mouse a cookie there.
I would like to have a grenade. I think I could be I could be a responsible grenade owner. I would keep them in a safe or wherever you keep grenades. I don't know what grenade.
You gotta
culture is
feed a
like.
grenade and you gotta walk it daily. Walking around.
But other people having grenades, not so stoked on.
No,
You
I
know,
get
and that's where
that.
government comes in when they're like, no grenades, and I'm like, that makes sense. To me.
How do you
what-
feel if like you can own C4, but the government has to own the detonator? Like, is that a good regulation?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
That's terrible. You can, that's a terrible regulation. I feel like people are like, yeah, C4 doesn't go off unless you have the detonator. I'm like, you could
Yeah,
make
no, it
that
could
go
still go
off.
off, yeah.
I'm like, you ever see a C4 factory? They're not willy-nilly tossing the shit around. Like, there's a reason Mr. Rogers never went to a bomb factory. Hey, children, it's completely safe. Oh my goodness.
Damn
It has gotten to a point a couple of times this week where I was so fucking pissed at I've been dealing with like landlord shit and just I don't know, COVID government nonsense and the referendums and paying rent on time. Like I had a moment where I was like, fucking gonna live in the woods and start mailing pipe bombs. It's never good when you're so frustrated in your life. You're starting to get where Kaczynski was coming from. Where I'm like, all right, Lou, it's about
Time for the duo bomber.
Well, no, I was about to say it felt like the most intense Snickers commercial of my life. we're like, whoa, Lou, settle down. You're not yourself when you're hungry. It's just Kaczynski hands Snickers, it takes bite. But yeah.
I'm just gonna do
Snickers
math.
yeah. I don't know. I really went off on a tangent there, gang.
I have something to say about Gary Johnson.
Okay.
Have you guys seen the video of him like faking a heart attack? When
Yeah.
he was talking about the weed?
The marijuana.
What? No.
Oh wait, what?
To be fair, Gary Johnson's best moment.
Gary Johnson faking a heart attack when it was like a joke. He did a funny joke. It was a funny bit.
Okay. I thought he like full Chevy chased in Community, just like
Oh,
I gotta get
yeah.
out of this.
Yeah, I definitely thought you meant like he committed to like I gotta get out of here.
They like call an ambulance, like your heart's doing
I
fine.
wanted him to be president for so long, and then everyone was shitting on him for the Aleppo thing, and I was like, bro, I didn't know that either. Like,
That is kind
I
of
know he's
wild.
supposed to be president, but like,
Yeah,
I kind of just like liked him. You know what I mean?
Gary Johnson.
Yeah.
I liked him as like a
Like,
goofy
he's a
uncle,
guy,
but I don't
I
want a
was like-
goofy uncle running the country.
Trump won.
Yeah.
I-
You know what I mean?
I was gonna say, yeah, I liked him, just not as much as Trump.
Got him.
the goofier uncle, the uncle that really says whatever he wants. Yeah, for real.
The uncle that your mom's like,
Grandma's
goofy
uncle.
is
Yeah.
how I describe him.
Yeah, Gary Johnson's the goofy uncle that your mom's like, "Do you have a good weekend at your uncle's?" Trump's the uncle where your mom's like, "Don't go anywhere with him." Yeah, like you don't go get a soda in the garage. Like none of that.
That's how I'm gonna describe Trump to my children. He was a goofy president.
Yeah, he's real goof. All right, so what do we got? We got Gary Johnson.
Oh, he's a New Mexico governor.
Yeah, that's how he.
Yeah.
New Mexico. Okay.
KOAT 7. Nice.
The stunt he pulled.
Incredible. He's looking around for the bit. Oh yeah,
Oh hell yeah.
he went for it,
It
man.
says like after an hour of smoking marijuana. It's like,
Wait, what do you mean after
Okay, he's
an hour?
still doing it.
Start it over. It says, like what she says in the beginning is like what she's saying is like the funniest part because it like insinuates that he's high like now.
Oh,
You know what
okay,
I
because
mean?
you have
Like-
to smoke for an hour and then.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
That's
okay,
what she says. Start it over.
okay.
Also, her fact is awful.
I feel. Okay, okay. Look at him. I love how he's scanning the room.
He's like, "Can I pull this
Yeah,
off?"
he just goes for it. Yeah.
When I saw it, I was like, damn, I want him to leave my country.
Oh yeah, look at him. My God, solid pratfall, smiled. He had fun with it.
He did have fun with it.
He did it for himself.
I'm surrounded by people that are very good at smoking marijuana. Have you guys ever had like?
Right now.
Yeah? Oh God, I'm the cops.
I've never smoked.
I got you, you doper. Stick 'em up.
we got a reefer going.
I gotta take you to jazz cigarette prison now.
Good thing you're white.
Yeah. Female.
They let him play saxophone in prison.
They've got pink lemonade on draft.
What was your question?
No, it's have you guys? Because everybody always makes fun of me because pretty much 99% of the time I get high, I'm the guy that's like, well, I'm too high, good night, and have to leave. But have you guys ever had like I'm gonna die type of?
Oh yeah.
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 Oh yeah, for sure.
Does it now? Because you guys enjoy getting high all the time.
Not me.
Fucking smoking weed every day, blazing that shit up.
Not me.
No.
I haven't like been smoking regularly in like over a year now, so
Really?
I'm back to like where you are, where I take one hit off a joint and I'm just like, whoo.
I gotta go. Well, but okay. So when you were like when you're really smoking her, it's just kind of like daily. Do you guys ever get so violently high in that loop where you feel betrayed? Where you're like, God damn it! Like,
How could you do this to me?
yeah.
First time.
That sounds like something on the inside, buddy. I don't know if.
Well, yeah, for sure.
I don't
but
think
I
that's
mean,
the weed.
no, but I just mean like if you're like, oh no, I'm too high, and you're not. This weed is like
Betraying me?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Well,
Okay.
You have like a tolerance to it, so like, I mean, like maybe like the first time you smoke, I don't like of the day.
Early on.
Maybe,
Okay.
Early on, but like as you go through the day, I feel like you get less high.
Okay. The only reason I ask
Not really.
is
You have to smoke more weed.
I remember, and this wasn't the time with Zach, but it has happened with Zach once. But there's been a couple of times where like I'm the guy who's like not supposed to be the one leading the charge while we're high. And I had a buddy in college who was like a habitual, like just smoke weed every day kind of guy. And he was like, dude, don't worry, we'll get high together. And for whatever reason, his number must have been up and he had a motherfucking panic attack while he was high. Like, and you know, he's like, we're smoking.
It's happened to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like we're smoking purple shit, and I'm like, oh, this is a lot. And then he starts freaking out. I'm like, dude, like I can't captain this boat. I don't know this boat. And it was like, all right, I guess I'm gonna order. I ordered 5 pounds of wings over,
Okay.
and then was just like, eat this until you stop crying. And then I was like, I'm also gonna eat these wings now, and then like pass out. But it freaks me, like it does freak me out now, because if that happens again, I fucking hate that, where I'm like, I'm not good at this, and now I'm left
Tell
alone.
them, just be like 20 minutes. Don't like just give yourself 20 minutes.
Right, but
to,
this-
work through it.
I-
Like,
I-
it'll be okay.
Okay,
Like,
but
you know what I mean. Like you're not hours.
Yeah.
Maybe you're like high for.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
because it's usually people are high longer because they just keep smoking. But
Yeah.
Uh,
like it'll just run its course.
Okay. I like the come down. Like the smoke and the initial, like I'm high. I hate that. And then when you like get that peak high, not a fan. But when you start to come down and you're just mellow, I do enjoy that.
I like
but-
that with like drugs in general.
Oh yeah.
Like, I like that with psychedelics a lot. The come down where you're like, oh cool, like now I'm just kind of trippy.
Yeah. Mushrooms or LSD?
I've done both.
Which do you like better?
I like mushrooms better.
Yeah.
Also, it's shorter. Like LSD, if you like, in total is like 12 hours.
That's
Like the
an
end
event.
is very like thing, but yeah,
It lasts long.
yeah.
So okay, as somebody who's like, I gotta plan it out. Would you wake up in the morning, or you just kind of take it and accept the fact that the next day is done as well?
It would usually be like me and my buddies would do it together, and we'd like ahead of time like this is the weekend we're gonna do it.
Okay.
So
okay.
it was definitely like even in like high school when I was just fucking doing nothing, it was like, yeah, we gotta plan this out.
Okay, all right.
Like, we gotta have a plan.
The first time I did it, like the liquid stuff for LSD.
Oh, I never did liquid.
It was
I've
like
only
just
done
tossed.
paper.
It was like thrown upon me. It was like
LSD or mescaline?
it was LSD.
You can get liquid LSD. It's very strong.
What?
Yeah, it was.
Have you heard like the Shane Moss bit about like the guy who like it was the LSD dealer comes in with the liquid stuff,
Yeah, I know
and
that-
they were at a bar and
Yeah.
he just squirts.
Like
No.
you get a little squirt, and then all this, like at 10 o'clock, my buddy was like, "Let's do the." He was frying forever, and I was like, "This is a bad drug because it's not doing anything." And then
Oh God! Isn't
Yeah, it takes like
that's
3
the-
hours to do something.
and then
Oh, that's-
when I got home, I was like, "Oh no!"
That's
And then the next day, even like I had like an improv practice too, and
Oh,
like
no, dude.
that night I didn't like my hairstyle, so I shaved my head. Like,
Yeah, I
it was
do
a
remember you telling
bad.
me
It
that.
was a bad time.
See,
I
that's
know.
like
Have friends and do it in a timely fashion. Make a plan.
Yeah,
Dude.
make a plan. Yeah,
That's like drug 101 though. As soon as you go like, this isn't doing shit. Like, it's like an hour after that, you're like, oh, oh.
Bad decisions in my youth. I took psychedelics at some pretty.
Yeah, me too. When I was 31.
Like in like high school. That's like when I could handle it. Now I
Jim's was in high school at 31.
Yeah, just couldn't leave.
So
I
the
wanted
oth-
to. They said you can't.
Yeah, he was on the other side of the desk. I used to be here.
Oh wow! Everyone put their hands down.
speaking of hands, man.
Everyone's hands are up. Everyone, put your hands down.
You can call me Mr. C, but I'm gonna need everybody in here to quit squiggling around.
Hey, could everyone get on that side of the room? We're a little unbalanced. I feel like.
So mushrooms, your LSD. You said mushrooms.
Yeah, I've done both.
Oh, okay. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say something. It's weird with LSD too, is it's like hard texture patterns. So you have you done either?
I've done mushrooms.
Okay, so you know mushrooms, everything like kind of softens and melts,
We did an absurd amount of mushrooms.
but it's just
But
like the way the patterns like go.
you're
And
talking
LSD
like
is
little
like
flowy?
kaleidoscope.
Oh, like rigid?
hard texture patterns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it, like the visual is different on top of the
So
rest
it
of
goes
it.
polygon instead of like oil painting.
Yeah, I mean like you still see the real world, but yeah, it's the
Yeah,
same,
but
yeah.
no, but I'm picking up what you're putting down because on mushrooms, I do remember. Okay, first of all, I got laughed at the day I brought home the mushrooms because I
So
Were
many
they
bags.
wet? Or-
no like okay
It's
so
like 5 bags of it.
okay, ATF or DEA. Allegedly, I went to go get these, and I was with a Detroit
Can't prove
comic,
it.
and we were going to a GR show, and GR people had
Yeah,
some,
mushrooms, yeah.
and I don't know drugs. I didn't know how much to get. I just asked the guys like, who wants to do this? And everybody in the house was like, yeah, this seems fun. And so when I got to the guy who was selling them, I was like, I guess there's like 5 or 6 of us doing them. So I guess just a bag of guy. So I, first of all, I
It was
also
a great time.
I ran out of gas on the way home, and I had no idea that like mushrooms is super felonious. Like, don't get caught with drug. And so I'm pushing my car to a gas station, with too much. I walk in from the show and everybody's like, how's the show? I'm like, oh, it's a pretty good show. And I open up my book bag of drugs. I brought lunch for everybody. And I pulled out like 5 or 6 sandwich bags of mushrooms. I just went like, is this enough? And Jimmy and Jake look at it, take like a second, and then started laughing uncontrollably at my face. And I was just like, okay, I hope this is enough.
And we did not conserve. We paced it out, but they were all gone the next day.
Yeah, we set it up like a buffet. After
We took a Monday off.
I don't
3-day
even know.
weekend.
I literally microdosed and
Yeah.
And it was
started tripping at the laundromat and freaked
Oh wow!
Then you didn't microdose, right? The point of microdosing is to not trip.
out. No, I know, but I did it the day before and I was fine. I had a great day.
Oh, it sounds like the
Next day,
shampoo
I
effect.
took what I thought was the same amount, but I had an empty stomach. But I was there, and then it like started happening, and I was talking to Nick Tenaglia on the phone. I was like writing with him on Zoom while my shit was like in the dryer, and then I like looked out the window, and I was like, oh no. and and then I like looked at him, and I was like, dude, I think I'm tripping, and he was like, oh my god, dude, I'm so happy for you, like, and was like really like getting excited for me. He's like, I hope your shroom brain likes me, and I was like. And then I like looked at him and I was like, I'm sorry, it doesn't. And I just like hung up the phone.
Oh no!
Drove home, ran upstairs, like burst into Tori's room. She was like, just got out of the shower. She was like, what the fuck, bro? I was like, you need to go to the laundromat and get my stuff because I'm having a day now.
Yeah, that's,
This is what I'm doing for the next 6 hours.
And it was yeah, and that was enough to make me not want to do them ever again.
It was raining when we did it, and we were trapped in the house for a little bit until we were good peak high enough to walk around in the rain.
yeah. I get
Lou
when
took his shirt off. He
Yeah.
was like trying to like get down to nature. if we weren't on a busy road, you would have been naked in the mud for sure.
probably, but
Do you know how much you like actually took? Then?
oh, an absurd amount. I
'Cause
have
you
no
only
idea.
need like 2 grams.
I don't know. All I know is we all took. I'd call it.
It was a lot.
We all took what would be described as like a loading dose in the medical community, where we were like, all right, this will get it going pretty good, and then like every hour and a half after that, we would just all like pop another cap or stem and keep it
Yeah.
going. We tripped for like 12 hours that
Yeah.
day, but. No, I totally get when your neighbors are just like, oh, yeah, you guys are high as shit now and being the weird neighbors, because I was getting rained on in gray sweatpants that I'd pulled up over my knees. So I looked like a shitty dollar store pirate. But,
Just chime in for a moment.
yeah.
I had to work that day and was in a horrific mood for hallucinogens, and I only took like maybe 1.5 grams to 2 grams, and when I'm fucking done, I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
I was trying so hard to make the most of that. But my brain was fried. Being yelled at by strangers all day. That I.
You were still working at Zaytunes, weren't
Yeah.
you?
For those of you that didn't hear, yeah, Zach was working that day, got off, was fried from being yelled at people, and then you came home as we were getting going, weren't you?
Yeah, I took them late.
Yeah, but you
We waited for a little bit because we were going to start at like, what, 9 in the morning?
yeah, we were gonna wake up and go for it, but I do remember you. At one point when I was like really well into it, I was like, Zachy, are you tripping? I do remember you just going, oh yeah, Lou, I'm tripping. like it finally kicked in, but
Yeah, I was trying real hard to keep that good vibe going. It wasn't until the rain stuff that I was really like, oh, I think I'm in a good mood.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, the rain stuff was
The rain stuff
good.
was good. Like all 6 of us on the stoop, like that little square stoop,
We look like
trying not to get wet. Like, look at it.
yeah, we look like fucking penguins at the zoo waiting to get fed, or like a bunch of meerkats all hiding under one stoop from the rain. And then, yeah, just stupid trip bits. But we got OG Yondo saying that Elena's mic is too low, maybe not working.
Maybe that's his computer.
Yeah, it could be. it's your heart.
You ever
rate.
think about that, OG?
Yeah.
Did you turn up your own headphones?
Are we straight up
I'm gonna make him a sign.
OG Yondo? Yeah, we're making him a T-shirt as well.
I want to
muted
make
her
him
the
a sign
moment she got on
though,
mic.
Oh,
so
okay.
take the liberty in doing it, please.
Then and then he also said some of the guys he knows, big group, they start at 10 a.m. Yeah, so it's like
You got to make a whole day of it. You got to
Yeah.
make a plan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you should
yeah.
be ready for it.
Be responsible.
It's a daytime outside drug.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want to do
ooh.
it in the sun,
I did it
ideally.
at night too.
The rain was
recently,
fun.
And I was like, that's not the move.
I think the
I
last
was,
time I
like,
tripped was
watching
like
a
with
show
my roommates at
in
the
the
last
Facebook.
house I lived at.
Oh my god.
That was crazy because we were like East Side Lansing,
Yeah.
and we kept trying to like be outside on our porch, but there's so many people.
Yeah, no.
And then
no.
my one roommate was trying to set it up so like the cat could get outside. Packing junk, and the cat would just like keep like poking its head out and leaving.
Dude, I understand the like drug guy shit now when you're just doing like weird drug guy stuff when you're high. What's up?
I think we have the wrong mic plugged in.
Oh, you got the producer mic the whole time.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah. So Jim, everything you said about cranking it to
At
Iggy
least
Pop-
no one heard that I did drugs.
Good, it's not other. I don't want that news getting out.
Yeah, I'm only talking hypothetically about drugs.
Yeah,
by
none
the
of
way.
us have
I
actually done
definitely
this.
need to
Yeah.
take my place of employment
Guys,
off my face.
If I did drugs, I would have a
My
plan.
my friend Earl Nichols is.
Well, that's a good segue. When did you guys know you wanted to go deep cover for the DEA and the narcotics unit? Because you guys are crushing it as agents right now.
That's why I had a stage name for 3 years.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. We got Luke Nesbitt chiming in. He likes the new setup. Yeah. Hey everybody, we got the digs. You can't see the cameras. I was gonna be like, look, and I'm an idiot, but
coughing like this.
yeah. Yeah, just do everybody
Dripping
do the
down my
golf
face.
wave. Yeah.
everybody.
Oh my god. Bad trips. You guys ever do get into that? Because I've only tripped once and it was good, and
Almost
I kind of
every time.
really.
I like have a moment where I start thinking about time and how much time I'm like, okay, we took this how many hours ago? And I'm like, wow, that felt like either like way more or way less. And then I'm like, wow, we have like 6 more hours of this. And I'm like, holy fuck.
Okay.
And then I start I just go down this like rabbit hole.
Is that LSD then, or is it?
Both of them. If I start thinking about it, like if I'm not doing enough, like if I'm just sitting inside, like I will start doing that, and then I just have to like leave. Like I remember I was hanging out with like friends, and I
Take a
literally
moment.
just was like, I don't want to ruin like their shit. So I literally just went upstairs and laid with my dogs. But when I got upstairs, I like saw my dogs, and I just started crying.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
And I was
Oh,
like,
no.
and I just like laid with them, and they laid with me, and I just laid there for like 2.5 hours. And then they were like, "Hey, buddy, can you come down yet?" And I was like, "No."
You didn't
They're
have-
like, "Can we come up?" And I was like, "No, please
It
don't
is-
come in."
It
Like,
is good when you have friends watching your back though,
Mm.
because I was going down a bad rabbit hole. I was getting ready to I was like, oh, this could
Yeah.
shift, and good old Lukey Smiles Nesbitt comes just waddling on in, checking it out, just shuffles on, and he goes, Lou, hey buddy. And he's like all smiles, glassy, beautiful, smiling eyes, and I'm like, huh? He's like, come on. Come over here. And I'm like, oh, all right. And
Yeah,
he
I
pulled
love
me right out.
Yeah,
of it.
usually I get like if I get something like that, I'd have a buddy who's just like, "Let's go for a walk." And I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There's always like a group aspect of it because sometimes because mushrooms make you really super thirsty, and usually when I do them, I'm drinking beer and I can just pound them because you're so thirsty. But like when we did it, I didn't drink at all.
We
Just let the
ate.
mushrooms go.
We ate a lot.
Yeah, we did. I was so hungry and thirsty. But I remember when I was living in California with my brothers and sister-in-law, we all took mushrooms together, but I needed to have time to myself. I needed because I was freaking. So I went and laid in my bed and just like, it just melted. And like my sister-in-law just comes in like, Jim, you need to come into the living room with us right now. We want to be with you. And I was like, I can't handle that.
There-
I can't handle.
well, you did that at 1542 for a little bit too.
Well, yeah, that's also. I had to go into Zach's room and like
Sometimes you
curl
need a
into a
minute.
corner. I just need to
Sometimes
collect
you need a
myself.
minute.
And then I like you put me to bed for like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then I decided to take off all aspects of my clothes, socks, and shoes, and I walked out to the bonfire barefoot,
Yeah.
ready
Was
to
that
go
the
again
same-
the rest of the night.
I think I remember that I wasn't tripping, but I had like only recently started comedy, and I remember Zach tripping. It was
Yeah,
hilarious.
dude. That the
Because it
15
was me, Zach, and Jake, and Sean, and a couple
Yeah.
of Sean's friends.
I don't think Sean was tripping. I remember he had like a full fifth of Crown, and he kept asking me if he should keep drinking, and I'm like, I don't know,
I
man.
don't
You do,
know.
because like I didn't know like even Zach that well, let alone Sean.
1542. That place was
That was a wild place.
that you could that was like theater camp. You could get away with doing whatever, man.
That was
Like,
Animal House.
Yeah, I remember waking up I think it was the Mahaffey night, or whenever you, Bernie, and I were riffing about McAfee.
You weren't riffing. You were.
I was
hammered.
yeah, I was on top of Zach's sob, just like taking a drunk nap. Like, what's up, fellas? 2 a.m. Yeah, I'm just gonna crawl up on top of the sob here and take a little nap. What the fuck was that? That's just the
Just your thermometer.
just the COVID scare thermometer.
We all put it in our mouths. We're fine.
Yeah. Turns out only one of us had a fever.
All the other germs make antibodies, right?
Yeah,
That's
right.
how.
Yeah, my God. This deep into the goddamn pandemic, I'm like, come on, baby.
I'm like still legitimately wondering if like I just had it and was asymptomatic at some point. Because at the beginning I was working and talking to people every day, and like at one point at the pizza place, a nurse comes in and she's like, "I just got off shift at the COVID unit." I'm like, "Can you
Jesus.
shower before you come?"
Yeah,
here?
like, she's like, I feel good.
I'm like, "Thank you for what you're doing, but also like, can you not do it around
Get
me?"
the fuck out of here.
Nate
Also,
Bargatze has a great COVID bit already where he's talking about it. He's like, man, COVID's weird. Everybody already thinks they had it now. He's like, yeah, I probably had it back in February. I had a little tickle. And it's like, no, I love the amount of people like, yeah, I probably had it. I'm like, nah, I don't think so.
I think there's like a possibility for me, but I'm not like definite.
my parents were like saying that. I'm like, if ever, like everyone's saying it, and like, if everyone already had it, then we wouldn't have a problem.
Yeah.
I think I remember because it was early pandemic. There was a bunch of people who were like, "Was your December cough actually COVID?" Scientists say, "I don't know."
That was also when scientists were like, this also could be super play. Like, I love how when people are like Monday morning quarterbacking the lockdowns and whatnot, they're like, see, it's fucking not as bad. I'm like, yeah, we know that now. Like, didn't know then, buddy.
It's like human psychology, just convincing ourselves that like, no, I had it, so I will not get it and die.
Yeah, and then when people like psyopsed it, like I remember because
Scare
I saw the videos of Chinese apartment complexes being welded shut in January, and I was like, this could be a thing, and like, yeah, man, that's why when they're like, we got to lock down, I'm like, probably should. Communist China let a video out of them welding people indoors.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it could be a thing. Now I have no idea, but.
I once
Did that guy
watched a
die,
take
Sean
some
Murray? Holy
acid.
shit.
Yeah, Sean Murray says, I once watched a guy take some acid, then down an entire fifth of vodka like it was water at some Detroit club. Yeah, there
Sounds
you
like
go.
L Club.
Wait, was it one
right?
after another, Sean, or was like did he like take the acid and then do it, or was he like tripping and then was like just like drinking like and then was like, I want this. 2 hours later, on
They, like, mellow each
I-75,
other
he
out.
calmly requested the driver open the window, suck himself all the way out it to his waist, face backward, and released it. What? Wait, what?
I think
Oh, he
You
puked
said
out the
suck,
car.
and it's
Yeah.
definitely stuck himself all the way
Yeah,
out to
he
his
puked
waist.
out the car, Elena. That's what's
No.
going on in that. Yeah.
Oh, released it. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought this man fell out the window.
No.
Cool as a cucumber. You gotta be. You gotta dust yourself off and walk off like it never
Holy
happened.
shit.
If you-
That's a winner.
My heart's literally beating.
If you're
I was like, I don't know. I'm too high for that.
if you projectile
Call an
vomit,
ambulance. Is that man dead?
Jeez.
if you projectile vomit out of a car at 90, you gotta be cool as fuck.
God.
Like, ain't no
On
thing.
acid also? Like, holy shit. I feel like,
know.
I don't know. I feel like you don't do that on shrooms. Do you
Why
guys
do
have
you
a
have
preference?
so much specific stories about this guy, though? You clearly were
Are
with
you,
him.
is it you?
How do you he was on I-75 later?
Sean, I feel like-
were you just
I
driving
feel
around?
like it's Sean.
I feel like it's Sean.
Dropping and 40 minutes between dropping and drinking.
I
Sean had an
honestly-
out-of-body experience.
Sean, is this somebody I know? Because I feel like it could
I
be a
feel like
mutual
it's
friend.
Sean.
But I
This guy. I once watched a guy.
Sean used to be quite the
there a
master
mirror?
of taking some drugs himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Well, I don't know. In my heavy days, I did like Electric Forest and tripped.
Yeah,
there.
Electric
That was
Forest.
weird.
Jesus.
Enchanted
I
Forest.
cried to someone playing My Humps by Fergie. It just took me by such surprise. I was completely overwhelmed. I was with like a guy who's kind of a friend, and we were like tripping and got lost together. We go to this stage in the middle of the woods, and like we sit down because we couldn't stand up, and he just plays My Humps, and I just start like, "Song's beautiful." Not in like this song's beautiful. I was just so overwhelmed.
Yeah,
this
like
can't
turn
be
it
happening.
off.
Yeah, no.
Like, yeah.
Fergalicious.
Oh, yeah. If that came on when I was tripping, I would be upset as well. You're like, no, you motherfuckers, put on some Enya or something.
I was like laughing and crying, just like
that's. I felt that way about the rain. I was outside shirtless trying to have a moment. I was like, no, the rain sucks. I understand houses now. Like, let's go inside. Like,
This is why we have these.
yeah, like,
Dry.
Fergalicious. Nope.
Well, we got separated. Our friends like went to the bathroom or something, and everyone was tripping because it's Electric Forest. And
Yeah.
we just look and we're like, no, we're not going to go to the bathroom. We'll stake out some prime real estate to watch a show.
Yeah.
And we just sat down where we were.
Dude, I've only been to like one music festival where I partook, and it was Bonnaroo. And yeah, it's crazy how you'll just go to some concert like fields that nobody's there yet, and people are like, we're staking out our piece of land, but really what they're doing is taking a drug-induced coma nap. And they're just like, all right, this is where Gambino's gonna be in 12 hours. Cool. Like they just turn off.
Get my second wind when he gets on stage.
They got their backpack, one with a piss bottle and one with a water bottle, and sometimes they fuck those up.
Dude, music festivals are something else. Electric Forest is probably the best one I've been to. Like they have it's like the best people. Like people are like
Forest
there to
fan.
trip and like have a good time. But I went to this one called Somerset. It's in Somerset, Wisconsin. It is now the nickname for it now is Somerset Up, because there was like, it was ridiculous. Like at Forest, you can like have your car like at your like campsite and like all of that stuff. Somerset, you had to like park like so far away in like this like parking like area.
Jesus.
And carry all your stuff. All your shit had to go through security. I couldn't even bring peanut butter in because they said that they had found people hiding drugs like in peanut butter or something. So they're like, sorry, you can't
They
bring it in. I'm
barely
like, what
searched
am I
your car
supposed
at
to
Electric
do?
Forest.
Yeah, Electric Forest didn't even search. Like, they didn't
Bonnaroo
even
was like,
search
how
my
much
car.
booze do you have in there? And we're like, the right amount.
Electric
And they're like,
Forest.
come on
We
in.
were going through and it was like 5 guys in my buddy's Tahoe, and they open up the back and one guy like starts searching it,
Yeah.
and then the other guy's like, it's too packed, just put them through. Don't dig through all that shit.
For
Dude.
real.
Out in California, they have it, the electric, but it's called Enchanted Forest. And I was with Savage, and we were doing a ha at Enchanted Forest. I had like 3 flasks of bourbon. I didn't do any drug. I was like microdosing off of snus cannabis.
Okay.
It's super great.
You just said you didn't do any drugs, but
well,
then you said
everyone
whiskey
was,
and
everyone
snuff
was everyone was
cannabis.
on acid, so I had to like
Oh, all
I had
right.
like
By comparison,
Trevor
yeah,
and
yeah.
Redbeard and all
Yeah,
those
yeah,
guys were
yeah.
there, and with Chris, and we had
Okay.
the Savage Henry van. We're walking around. I'm the only one not burning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a wild.
How was being sober at Bliss Fest?
Yeah.
Granted, I think we only got drunk like the last night.
Yeah, but like a couple
Well, you were
casual beers
sober
were out.
during that.
Yeah. it
Yeah,
was-
he was.
you have
You
even
had the
one
Temptation guy was
No,
great. No,
no,
he didn't. I can
no.
vouch for it.
Yeah.
Jesus going into the desert.
You know,
Hey, it's all free.
yeah, no,
Gotta try it all.
I fuck up every now and again pretty hard, and god damn it if I wasn't trying to do my part of not fucking up. And at Blissfest, I love that everybody at some point respected the hell out of me. Like, dude, I love what you're doing, man. Good on you. Like, way to own it. And then at some point throughout the day, you would all switch devil hats, though. And like, because you'd be like, hey, good on you. And then like 5 hours later, you'd be like, yeah, no.
Well, we always had, it was either me or Dan or Connor. You always had a devil and an angel.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
One person would just be like, hey, we won't tell anyone.
But you guys would switch it up though. Like, so like later in the day, you'd be like, "Hey Lou, just one beer," and Connor'd be like, "No, that's come on,
Yeah.
you're doing all right."
Respect what he's doing.
Yeah, and then I don't think Dan was never the angel.
No.
Dan was 100% Lou. Come on, it's beer.
Dan's
But-
a little bit of a devil.
Dude,
Yeah.
he is the devil. Between Dan and then actual beer devil guy. Okay, so for people that don't know about Blissfest, I took a month off to be sober, and Nick, Earl, Connor Mead, Dan Curry, and I all were performing as comedians up there. And for whatever fucking reason behind stage, they were sponsored by some brewery. And
They were sponsored by multiple.
Yeah,
So that's why it was you had to try it all. Is
Yeah.
it was like all the local breweries were just
Dude.
like the fucking mead place, St. Ambrose or what had
yeah.
booth. So
No, I know too, because I love beer, and I'm just standing in our food line, and this just sweaty fat bastard. It's like circling around the picnic area, and I'm just like, this fucking guy, man. I'm like, he's going up to everybody, but he must have smelled the sobriety on me, and he fucking bullseyes up next to me, goes, grabs me like by one shoulder, and it's Nick and I. He just goes, dude, that's all the beer you can drink, and it's all free. You gotta try it all. And I was just like, God damn it,
Eric
man.
was telling me it was probably like the beer coordinator was what it was.
I'm sure it was,
Yeah, but something like that. I don't know. That was so.
It's all free.
There's only like 6 people who work for the festival, and the rest is volunteers for that one.
Jesus,
Wow.
dude.
Yeah, so it was.
That's some faith to put in.
We never
people.
took that
Yeah.
shortcut.
I don't think I have that much faith in.
I would go back.
Yeah.
That's one of those things where I know if they have comedians again, you're probably gonna try and switch the lineup up. But I'll blow you on camera here to go back to Bliss Fest. That was so much
stupid.
fun.
I don't know. The director changed, and my friend doesn't work there anymore, so
shit.
it might not look great.
All right, well,
Even post COVID, but I might just drop emails like.
okay.
Yeah.
Pop up comics trying to come back. But,
Trevor.
yeah, sober music festival. But I will say, yeah, being like sober that whole music festival, it was weird to be at like a folk bluegrassy country music festival.
Blitzfest is a country music festival.
It's like folk, like
folk bluegrass.
So like a
who is it?
harps
The guys who did going down the country.
Canned Heat.
Canned Heat was like the headliner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's neat.
It was rad.
I would
It
have
was
loved
rad.
Blissfest. Because like sometimes when you go to like Enchanted Forest or
Yeah, it's too
Electric
much.
Forest, it's just like God's sound coming
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
from the clouds. You're
Well,
just like,
because I went
"What
to
is this
Lost
music?"
Lands, which is all dubstep. I was serving coffee with my buddy Nick.
Yeah.
You guys all know him. He used to do pizzas at Ozen's. But yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that was one. I only had like one beer all weekend.
Yeah.
But it was also like everyone else is like full Molly, just rolling.
Oh my god, dude.
One time I had too many beers at a Styx concert, and
That's a Styx concert. for you.
I was a little bit tipsy. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
What a
Pretty
party.
wild experience.
But when Mr. Roboto came on, did you start feeling the
The lights and the orchestra. That's how I like to get down.
Nothing like being drunk at a Styx concert. That's what I always say now. I say it out of context, and people look at me strange. But I just,
You just go to a show, nothing like being drunk at a Styx concert. That's oh my god. Oh yeah, that might be
Open
a new
with that.
catchphrase.
open with
Open
that.
with
Just
that.
Yeah.
No context at all. Because someone would be like, "I fucking been
Yeah,
there."
you might lose most of the crowd, but you have ironclad somebody in your corner if you open with that at a show.
Well, yeah, because at least 2 people are like, "I will listen to anything this guy
Yeah,
says."
it'd be like
Moving
Renegade is a
forward.
good song. It aged well. It still hypes me up.
It's a musically competent song. I'll say
Absurdly,
that.
you might get even a good negative reaction. Be like, "Pff, what's this? Like, Sticks.
I don't know. I was gonna say a Styx alternative. I couldn't come up with one in time. I think the Styx are one of a kind. I didn't mean to change it from acid to the Styx. As smooth of a transition as it is.
There's
Feel
a
like
segue
that.
in
I feel
there.
like
I feel like
that's
we're-
about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Styx being at Blissfest would also make sense.
What do you guys think is the worst? Not worst concert, but like what's the cringiest band you've ever seen?
Oh, well, my parents were really into country. So, like, my first concerts were Big and Rich at the Breslin Center.
Oh wow,
and they had the
great.
full
Save a horse,
music
ride a
mafia
cowboy.
there.
Wow.
Oh, so like
You know,
Van
also-
Zandt and then Gretchen, what's her name?
Yeah,
was
the
there,
Cowboy
and-
Troy, the
Yeah.
rapper.
Oh Jesus.
Then
Cowboy Troy.
Yeah.
the
Also,
rapper.
fun fact: my first comedy show was Jeff Dunham at the Breslin Center.
Oh God, man.
I was like,
Then you got
I
the
was like
bug.
9.
I can do
Oh,
this.
Yeah. You saw it and fell in love with comedy then. That explains the sock puppet you had for the first couple of shows.
It's not racist if it's coming from my hand.
I put
Guys,
googly eyes on it. It's got a personality.
it's not me. It's the Mexican pepper. That has a Mexican mustache.
on a stick.
Can you tell it's Mexican? I put a big hat on
I
it.
can't believe Trump got elected in this America.
Oh man. I like this. We got a call to action from Sean Murray. saying, yo, we're the other 7 viewers. I'm feeling a little lonely in the
Hey,
comments
drop your
section,
favorite
guys.
racist puppet in the comments.
Yeah, or create your own. Yeah, if you got a racist puppet idea, go ahead and pop that in the
got a-
comments.
You get a pass for creativity.
yeah.
I've got a Turkish puppet that denies the Armenian genocide.
Is it just your arm with more hair? Ooh, and I'm canceled.
It's okay. Lose Lebanese. You can say these things.
Yeah, it's not racist.
No.
Yeah, we need
they're
Osa to come
racist.
in. I hear Osa from the Godmother like, Louis, you're Middle Eastern.
You motherfuckers, dude.
It is crazy to me how many times Osa will be like, dude, you're Middle Eastern. You can't. I'm like, Osa, I was born in America. I am 3/4 whiter than shit, and I'm Lebanese is like the whitest you can be in the Mediterranean. He's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, it's not fine, Osa. I can't say what you say, buddy, because I don't have Syrian war confidence either. I did like something about also living through that gives you confidence that I don't have to say what you say, buddy. He's like, well, you could say it. And that's it. Like, I fucking love him. He'll gas me up, and I'm like, you're trying to get me fucked up, dude.
This is the kind of guy who can just walk into the barbecue.
Oh my god, dude! I remember the first like open mic we booked him on, and he started dropping. It was soft A's, but I was like, "Whoa, it's just, like, guy's really going for it." Like,
I thought the same thing seeing Nick Earl for the same time.
yeah. Well, hard.
Yeah, you know I'm super edgy.
Well, yeah, it was Nick Hard R Earl for like, is Hard R gonna be there? Is that right?
Brown accent.
Zach just from the hip.
I'm not gonna comment on this.
Yeah. I was gonna say it got.
Where are those 7 viewers?
I was gonna say it got eerily quiet after we all gut laughed off of a good racy bit. And
I think
then
Turkish people are hairy is one of the tamer.
Is it a stereotype if it's a physical attribute?
yes, that's usually it.
Just want to clarify for everybody.
Asking for a friend.
Here at the morning show, we learn
I
my
come from a
God.
hairy race, and I think it was okay.
the Celts.
Yeah.
The Italians. That's my race.
No.
My race is Italian. Yeah.
Ugh.
No. From a hairy people.
What
maybe
hairy
is a better
people are
word.
you from?
Calabrese.
I'm Italian.
You're Italian? Oh,
Wait,
man, 'cause
what
I do see that you could connect those if you wanted at some
what
point.
type of
hairy
what type
fella.
of Italian do you know? Like Sicilian?
From the north.
You're
Not,
from the
not
north?
the cool kind.
Oh,
the,
he's not
Are you Florence? Florencia?
Venice,
Venice?
technically. Yeah.
Oh, the eggplant.
Venezia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you
it's-
feel?
It's like being Italian, but you don't act like a cartoon character.
so.
You're
hang
not
on.
a plumber.
Having said that, how do you feel
Goomba.
about boat streets instead of cars?
What, boat street?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been there. I'm pretty
It
white.
does make sense every time we're driving to a show. You're like, ah, man, what if we were just gondoling?
That's going to be an hour and a half gondola.
Yeah, Trevor just sings opera in the car.
Could you imagine if we gondola to shows together?
Very romantic.
You guys want to split a gondola? Like a pretty.
We just go to the Red Cedar. We have a guy in a dumb fucking striped shirt and a stick. And we're like, all right, we're going to Grand Rapids, boys.
Jake's still just in the boat on his phone.
He's playing RuneScape the whole time. This fucking gondola.
look up, we're in a
Can I
river.
smoke in the
Yeah.
gondola?
This whole time we're boating down a river together with an Italian man serenading us before we tell dick jokes to
Long
strangers.
Yeah.
Can you operate a gondola under the influence, or is that a no-no as well?
I think as long as it doesn't have a motor besides your mouth, you're good to go.
You gotta have good sea legs, I guess.
Better trade in those B legs. Bring it back
Oh
to
my
dad
God.
jokes.
Yeah,
there we go.
There it is. There it is.
That's just to officially move us out of the race.
Yeah.
Just a straight
I was
dad
going to
joke.
bring it back to drunk Italians pushing boats along.
You ever meet those people? I'm not one of these people. They're like, oh,
You talking about those goddamn Italians?
no. those people were like, "Oh, bro, I'm not white. I'm Italian," and you're like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, okay,
yeah,
right."
yeah.
You ever see how Italians were treated back in the day?
Dude, it was almost like the Irish.
Yeah,
You're like,
the
God.
Irish were slaves too.
Yeah,
White
God
people
damn
want
it,
to be
that's
oppressed
stupid.
so bad.
Yeah, like, come on, dude. They're the kind of white people are the kind of kinks that tie themselves to the bed and go like, you
Ooh,
did
yeah.
it to me. And then the rest of the world's like, fucking no. I'm gonna fuck you, but no.
Everybody, well, because we
Blame
never
the British.
Yeah.
blame the British
That's
Yes.
what I like to do.
for everything.
I mean, the Germans caused some problems too.
little bit of a bugaboo. Like,
Bugaboo it too.
They were rascals.
real scamps.
Settle down there, Krauts.
Yeah.
Getting too big for your britches.
Too much of the strudel. Can you make fun of? Can whites
too
make fun
large
of
for your
whites? Are we
lederhosen.
allowed to do that? How long
I
until?
don't know anymore.
Really? I'm just gonna claim to be everything.
I am like pretty mixed, so
Yeah?
like I think every white is good for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Good on you.
With all the whites.
You
Yeah.
make you only whites?
There's some other stuff in there too,
Yeah.
but that's too diluted.
It's like Spanish or something like that.
Ooh,
It's like
peppery.
multiplying by 0.
I haven't done like 23andMe or anything, but like someone like did a genealogy thing. So yeah.
That,
Just a lot.
that to me still scares
My
me.
mom asked me if I wanted to do Ancestry.com or like 23andMe, and I was like, no, I don't want to pay for that. I'm like,
Also,
no, I'll pay for it. And I was like,
spitting-
no, don't. I know what it is.
I get that the
well,
powers
sure,
to be.
but like my folks did it, so like I kind of get
Oh yeah, you're
where
fine.
it's
What
coming
kind of
down the
DNA
line.
do they need? You just come in a tube?
Yeah,
or
you
something?
get a
just
surprise.
you're like, oh, I was supposed to spit in that. Whoops.
Do you think they've gotten one like at the headquarters?
I think. I wonder
You
if.
show up, you start unbuckling your pants. Like, this is how you do it, right?
What if they're like, this is too full? And be like, I actually mixed them together. You got a lot to work with.
Can you do two at once?
Yeah.
Just both of you.
You're like,
spit in the
I
bag?
wasn't sure if you needed blood, stool, or
Urine, so I just put 'em all in
There you
there.
go. It's that's a hot mess of a tube of DNA for you.
Yuck.
I still don't subscribe to that because I'm freaked out about. I know that the government or whoever could get our DNA if they really wanted it, but willingly just being like, here you go.
It is already like, because once it's there, they can just get it on like a warrant where they can't take DNA from you personally without like more shit. I don't know. Ask Nick about it.
Sure,
He knows more.
I believe it, but at the
Yeah.
same time, I'm like, come on.
There's
man.
something where it's like one step easier if they have
See,
it.
I feel like I'm already leaving my DNA everywhere. What's
cold
a little more?
storage.
Get a dry wipe going.
Yeah.
Like go missing.
Yeah.
They'll be able to be like, well, we have her DNA already, so we can test it.
There it is.
We can test it on if I go missing.
See, Elena's coming to it from I'm gonna get abducted and killed, so they'll have my DNA on file standpoint, which is a good
And
good
if I'm
take. I
playing
didn't think of.
times
Yeah.
Where it's gonna matter and gonna like fuck me later.
See, I don't know why I'm in that fucked up headset of like, okay, we're like 40 years out from some real creepy future shit. Where I'm like, about 40 years.
I mean, best case scenario.
right. If we make it, but the underground like lab in the movie The Island, I'm like, oh man, they're gonna have like a bunch of low rent like fucking clones down there that they're torturing to do shit. I'm like, I'm not about it. Like,
See, I don't think the government would want to clone me. That's why I'm not concerned.
yeah, come on, Trevor.
I
you
think
don't
the
you're
government would get
clonable?
my DNA and they'd be like, we're all set.
Yeah, like, we're good on this.
I
guy.
think there's already clones out there.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure it's like David Beckham and like specimens that they're getting other ones of. But the thing
I think it's fucked up that like tall like doctor types get paid more for their cum at sperm banks.
That makes
That's my
sense.
social. That's my new
I
social
always
cause.
wear lifts when I'm going to drop off a
Are you
load.
kidding me?
you're-
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
What are you talking
No,
about?
that's not empowering at all.
You don't think that a doctor's cum is worth more than your cum?
No, I think mine's worth.
The same?
Couldn't even
You
tell
think
you.
it's the same?
Yeah.
Wait,
I don't think that
wait,
my
hang on.
eggs are better
Who are
than
you
a
going to get
doctor's
to
eggs?
appraise your cum?
a whole other
what
thing.
connoisseur sommelier of cum are
Maybe
you
that's
going
what I
to?
should. Maybe that's what my profession should be. Sounds
Appraising
interesting.
cum, you're like
Just looking at someone upon just meeting them, and
That
I'm like,
one's got a lot of
No.
meaty flavor.
Very
to it.
tart.
Yeah. We got Alex going, we're all but meat popsicles. Yeah, I feel that
Okay,
on this
hell
happy
yeah.
Saturday morning. And then OG Yondo. So would you guys want to get abducted by aliens just to see what it'd be like? Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
OG Yondo just tossing in that good. You're like, I don't know, man.
I think it depends on the aliens.
Yeah, because do you
We're
guys think they're
talking
the little gray
grays?
guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not down with them. If a bunch of little gray aliens were like, "We fucking got you," I'd be inclined to try and beat them up.
But
I
the
know
gray
they
ones
got-
are the bad ones.
Are they?
I don't know. You just made them seem bad.
No, I don't know. In the X Files, they're frowned upon.
Like, what do you
but-
think the odds are that like the anal probe thing?
I
Is
think
real?
the gray
You're like,
ones
why-
are the
why
nice
is it
ones.
always
they'd
an
be
anal
more
probe?
evolved than that.
Why is it not just like a
Space travel.
I
skin,
think-
like a lotion?
See, I think all the like butt eating everyone's into this decade is a psyops by the aliens to get us into anal play, so it makes it easier to do the
Get it
probing.
in there?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, what's the
Do you think
benefit
they
of an
want us to
anal
just be
probe?
super into it? And they, hey, we're gonna do some experiments.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
yeah,
Anal
you are.
probe,
No, I
not
think
with my
there-
girlfriend.
It's part of the greater psyops. They're making porn stars that
Thanks
then
for
sell
laughing.
toys
That
that
was-
people shove up their ass. We're probing ourselves. I probe myself weekly.
Are we literally coming full circle?
Yeah, we're coming first.
Back to porn.
I didn't actually hear. I didn't hear Iggy Thump from the other room.
I'm not talking about porn. I'm just talking about butt
Yeah,
stuff.
we're talking about aliens and butt stuff, man.
What about like bird aliens?
Bird aliens? Oh, I'd be
Bird
down with
aliens?
bird aliens.
Yeah.
Like aliens, can you imagine if they got off like a 0G gravity ship and then they get out and fucking start flying around with their wings though? Like we got two kinds.
That'd be dope.
That'd be pretty cool.
Always flying.
Yeah.
I think the
yeah.
gray ones are the good ones, though.
Are they?
And okay, so I have this memory. My mom has this coworker
Were you
friend.
abducted by an alien?
No, my mom has this coworker named Pam, and we used to go over to her house all the time. She lived kind of far away. It was a terrible drive there. My mom had like a Colorado with like barely any backseat, you know, when you're like sitting on the seats that like swivel to the side.
Like
Yeah. So
going
anyways,
to
we'd
invade a
have to
country
like
seat. Yeah.
drive in that for like an hour to go to Pam's house, and when we got there,
Classic Pam.
Pam would tell us stories about like aliens because her family's like super into it. They're like from Florida, and they like she's like seen UFOs before. You know,
Okay.
she claims that like they like visit her like,
How
family's property.
Floridian
and they take,
is she?
They take like, minerals from like the swamp on their land. She's like telling me this stuff, and I'm sitting there. And me and my little brother are rolling cigarettes for my mom and her. Like the like loose tobacco, like the
Yeah.
machine that you
Yeah.
like pull, and like just hearing stories about like the Greys,
Gifts
and,
for
like,
the aliens.
all of this
So-
stuff. And I think the Greys are the good ones.
So
I
they're
think they
taking-
said they're
Black
like
and
more
Miles.
human-like. They're like taller, and like they're like your like classic.
Well, what
like-
are the other kinds of aliens?
I want like Mass Effect
I
aliens.
think there's like little green
like just
guys.
a hot blue chick.
oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
nice.
I do hope
now
the
we're
aliens
coming
are
full
hot.
circle, Jim.
I don't know why. I'd
Oh,
be
you talking
scared
about
if
that
it was a
space game
woman.
where you can fuck the blue hot aliens?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
The aliens
No, it'd
being
be cool if
hot
it was like
is definitely shifts it to I'd like to be abducted.
I'd be a little worried.
Well, I mean, if,
well,
If we're
I
still
guess in
answering-
Mass Effect aliens.
they're not gonna
Yeah.
do anything.
That's
Mass
what I'm
Effect
saying. I'd
aliens
be
like a
little worried if
Solarian
they
could
were
show
hot,
up
you know?
too, just
I
a
feel like it was
weird,
like,
like,
a siren
lizard.
situation.
we got a
Oh,
lot of.
hell yeah.
Now we're getting.
Ooh.
Humanoids.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Hopkins. Oh yes, the Hopkinsville Goblin. How did I forget about that one?
Little green man.
Little green man. That's
What
me.
the hell, Nordic aliens? Well, that's a
Yeah, the
mean.
small green ones, and then there's the
Nordic
the
aliens,
skinny gray
sometimes
ones.
called Space Brothers.
I
Dude,
should get-
hang on.
I can get Pam works with me. I can
Hang on.
probably get her on
The
a
Nazis
podcast.
made it to the moon, and then they bred with aliens. Look at this. Humanoids are They're Nordic features. They're tall, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Nazi.
Yeah, that's a
aliens?
Nazi
not
alien.
good.
That's-
yeah, that's not. That's bad.
Is that me?
Oh,
Am I
no.
an alien?
They're
I'm
anti-Semitic.
Scandinavian.
They don't hate humans,
They
but
just-
they do.
They hate a certain kind.
Not Hebrews.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
Scandinavian.
I'm big on the reptilians.
Yeah.
They're cool. I mean, they're probably bad, but they're cool.
Yeah, until it's
They're
fucking
bad.
cold out.
Yeah. Well, they bring their own hot rocks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hot rock.
I think it'd be funnier if they came with
Well,
like
this
a
is,
heat
this,
lamp.
is including, this is including cryptos, though, not just aliens.
You guys
The Mothman. Click on the Mothman.
that Jersey Devil's
The
not
Mothman. Have you guys heard of the Mothman? There's
Yeah.
a 6-part series on Astonishing Legends podcast. Look it up. I'm telling this to the viewers. It is an
Hang on,
amazing
hang on.
6-part series.
We're-
It takes like 6 hours, but it's great.
Zach, go back. We're starting to shift from aliens into spooky dooky monsters,
Okay,
and I'm not
Mothman
having it.
is an
Too
alien.
spooky for the podcast.
Spooky.
Crypto.
Educate yourself.
The Mothman's an alien?
Well, he's on the list of aliens.
No,
Is
this
he not?
No, this is Wikipedia, and
He's
this
a
is
cryptozoological
somebody
animal.
from the Bigfoot
Yeah,
Mothman.
they're just saying like that's like
Yeah, this is
some
a
people
big
are like
Mothman.
maybe
Yeah,
if
yeah.
cryptozoological animals exist, maybe they're also aliens.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like
Hey,
No.
Bigfoot has supernatural powers.
So what's going on here is, hang on, everybody chill. We've got
Dyatlov Pass.
You've got
Go ahead.
alien folk, and then we are clearly seeing a Wikipedia page takeover from Bigfoot and Mothman culture. Be like, yeah, man, the Greys, and also fucking look into our shit too. Like,
Okay. Listen to me. The thing that the reason Mothman is aliens is because it's like it's literally this town. I can't fucking remember what state it's in, but there is like newspaper records of like weird shit, like UFO sightings and stuff happening in this town, and then like the Mothman like starts appearing. But there's like this whole like Indrid Cole character that is like an alien. It's like there's like. It's the Mothman is UFOs.
But see, I believe that. But here's the thing: it's a singular, like it's a Mothman in one area. So what? He fucking crashes space jalopy, and he's just stranded here now.
The thing about it, it's kind of like a government conspiracy thing. Like there's like a like. I don't know. I need you to.
I'm X-filing with you. I'm big into it.
No, it's the Mothman is like fucking straight up. Did you click on it, Zach? Is this it?
No, this is. I think we're getting into the Greys.
But we don't have to get into the Mothman.
We haven't even. Never mind.
Okay, so on November 15th, 1966, two young. Is this up over here?
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
Damn, it's too small. Two young couples from Point Pleasant, Roger and Linda Scarberry, and Steve and Mary Millette, told police they saw a large gray creature whose eyes glowed red, and then when the car's headlights picked it up. They described it as a large flying man with 10-foot wings. Following their car, they were driving in an area outside of a town known as the TNT area, the site of a former World War II munitions plant.
Yeah.
So it's like this thing about like how like the Mothman might be like an escaped creature, but like there is like UFO
He sounds
sightings throughout this
Jeepers
town.
Creepers-esque.
It's
like the
it's
Jeepers
a
Creepers
really
monster.
How could
there's a
Roger and
movie
Linda
too.
Scarberry
There's a
be
movie too, and there's like multiple books written about it.
Damn.
Like the
All right.
Mothman has a
he's
cult
like as much
following,
as,
and
like,
I am a part of it.
He's like as much as the Jersey Devil.
The Mothman prophecies. I'm so glad you know, James.
Did you guys ever see like the National
Gere.
Enquirer Bat Boy
Oh
that
my
they just
God.
completely made up?
We should do our own podcast.
He
on
eventually
it.
like fights in Iraq.
We don't need to keep talking about
We can
the
talk
Mothman.
about Richard Gere's hamster.
Oh, you better stay on aliens, goddamn.
Yeah.
No,
well,
but
I'm
the
pretty sure
Greys
the
are
hamster was
interesting,
alien
too.
in his ass.
Yeah.
So, anyways, dead air.
Dead air and how
Typical.
to revive.
I'm sorry for going off about the Mothman, but I just want
good.
How could you not?
as many people as possible to know about it.
Is there an alien war on Earth that we don't know about that some parties do? We're just not for remembering.
There is a theory
At the
that
border.
like UFOs are time travelers.
Time travelers.
Yeah,
Coming
they're
back
actually
to see
just
Earth.
us.
They're us.
This is
Yeah.
low-key as good as Earth gets.
I'm a
It's
big
all
Doctor
downhill
Who
from
fan,
here.
so
Well,
I'm
no,
okay
they're just
with
coming
this
to
time
get
travel.
stuff that they
Doctor
need
Who's
that
pretty
like
good.
maybe they don't have in the future. You know, like maybe something happened and we need to
Like
come
what?
back and get stuff, like a fucking war.
Oh.
A space
We do
war.
like that
a,
here.
a Star War, maybe.
Maybe a Star War. Maybe we need to go back
Maybe
and get some
plural?
stuff before
a
everything
Star
happens.
Trek. That doesn't flow as well.
It's a
There-
fun
there is
idea.
time
It also
wars in
sounds way
Doctor
boring,
Who.
doesn't it? Like, oh, we're gonna go on a Star War.
A
Next thing
Space
Elena is
Force.
about
You
to
want to
start
go on a
talking
Star Trek?
A Space
Yeah,
Force
dude,
with
just like
You just want to explore things.
Steve Carell.
Space.
Great beyond.
You were
I'm
supposed
sorry. I
to.
love the comments here.
So, Space Force.
Space Force.
It only seems logical that we
Space
talk about
Coast,
Space
coast
Force.
to coast.
Space
That's what
Coast.
we're leading up to. A whole
I don't
circle.
think Space Force would keep us safe. That's my unpopular opinion. Not to diss
What
the
would you-
U.S.
what
Not
would
to
s-
diss our service members.
What would Space Force have to do in order to make you feel confident in
to feel
your
comfortable
safety?
in my country?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't feel safe because they felt the need to create a space force. You know, I'm like, oh fuck. Like, if we just created it, what could we possibly do with it to actually protect ourselves if we like need it immediately?
We're gonna make a Space Force. Why?
Why? Yeah, why?
I feel like we're
What's
just
up there?
gonna.
People are starving. Why are we doing
for
that?
real.
I feel like we're just gonna bomb the
need to do
Middle
it
East
now?
from space. That's what it's gonna be. That's gonna
Yeah,
be the Space
it's
Force.
a war
I mean,
thing.
some of the stealth fighters are like
it sounds
up
like
in
a
the
war
stratosphere.
thing.
Yeah.
I think it's
I mean,
just
it's the
fighting.
military.
I think it's fighting us from space,
Yeah.
like other countries. I don't think we're gonna be fighting other worlds.
UFO touches down. It's just
Maybe if we
Jesus
fought
and the
all of our wars
apostles.
in space,
Blow
there
it
would be
right
less
up.
casualties. If everyone had a space force and all of our wars were fought up there,
Everyone had a Space Force.
like every country had a
oh,
space
okay. I
force.
thought we like you had
And
a
then-
Space Force. I had a Space Force.
No. We stay down here and they just do it all up there,
gangs in New York.
and then there's no,
I mean, your
civilian
Space Force, your
casualties.
Space Force.
Because it's in space.
Because you're just fighting it in space.
I never thought of it like that.
but I mean, I don't think that's attainable.
What's more terrifying?
Space Force, look up directed energy weapons.
Hell yeah.
War in space or war on gravitized
It's a war
ground?
on space.
War
we're
on
going.
space.
We're going
We're
to war
fighting
against
over
space
Yeah,
space.
fuck space, man.
because they're bringing drugs into our atmosphere.
Or would be a war for space?
No, I think it's against
On
space.
space.
Everybody against space. Space
There's
versus
too much
space versus the world.
There's too much space. We're gonna take that space and we're gonna fill it. God damn it!
I'll be honest. Not having Lou or Zach in here, I feel like we're just kind of keeping our. Does anybody feel that?
I don't know. You didn't finish your sentence.
That's probably true. That's a good point. I feel like we're just trying to survive here.
No, this is not.
No, we're
having
We're
fun.
having a
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
What if someone's mic stopped working and Zach wasn't here to fix it?
Oh my God, we'd have to start sharing.
I'd break down.
We're not good
crying.
at that.
I would weep. No, I'd weep.
I would weep. No! What would we do?
If one more thing goes, I am one bad thing happening to me away from just going out into the woods and figuring it out.
Me too. I'm there with you. Yesterday, oh my God, I've been having. Sometimes you guys won't understand because you're not a girl, but sometimes things happen and you're like hoping it's PMS and then it's not, and you're like, wow, I'm really losing it.
No, I get it.
Sometimes I get that.
You look at the thing and you're like, oh God, wow. I thought there was going to be an easy explanation for this. There's not.
Man, I wish sometimes I would have that. Be like, God, I'm in a. Oh, it must be PMS.
I know,
When you realize
But
it
I
is,
don't
you're
have
like,
that, then it's
thank
just
God,
Yeah,
this is
I'm
going to
just-
be
oh, it's just a
over
bad
soon.
person.
Yeah,
Just
that's the thing. Like,
unstable.
we are like, oh, it's something I have to work on.
I want to.
It's not some
Yeah, I guess
biology
that-
thing. That's
God
making
damn it!
Yeah.
I have to get a new hobby.
It's like, oh, do I think this?
Well, I guess it's more devastating when you have the relief. You know,
I want to.
like
oh, swoo.
yeah.
This
But you guys never experience it.
No,
Yeah,
we
So
have to
when
go to
it's-
therapy.
Yeah.
I want to push back on that. I know what it's like to be a woman. I'm Italian, so we experience the same struggles,
Are you just
the same
Italian?
oppression. What's that?
Do you have anything else in you?
Yeah, there's some scattered stuff, but
Some scattered.
yeah,
stuff.
most of
Did
the
you, like-
relatives, things like that. I'll
Is
tell
it
you.
like a last name change, or like were your grandparents rum runners?
Supposedly, I guess my grandpa just took an S off or added an S. He added an S.
Yeah,
Is
three.
this Trevor
oh,
Trey?
Okay.
I don't know, man. I wasn't there.
Because like I had an Italian friend. He's like
Press the
super
3 S's.
Italian, but he was Lepola. Which is
Lepola.
like a Finnish last name because his grandpa was a rum runner, so he changed it in the 20s so they couldn't find him.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
I feel like Italians are a little bit too proud of the culture. As an Italian, I can say that.
My last name is my grandpa adopted my dad, so my last name isn't like my bloodline isn't Bamfield. It's like Trustel would be like my last name if my biological grandpa had stayed,
Sounds
which is kind of
royal.
cool. But no, the Bamfields actually have there is a castle in England that that the Bamfields used to own,
Ooh.
which is kind of
To be
cool.
Trevor Spaghetti.
Do you have a bambolini?
That's where that extra
Spaghetti.
S comes in.
There's those other 7 viewers.
Yeah,
They just have to be in the room.
he cut out the P, the A, the G, the H, the one of the T's.
Added an R. See, the Coutures came away through Canada, so we were all right. We didn't have to deal with that Americanization of a very French
I
name.
didn't know you're Canadian.
French Canadian.
Even worse.
You're Irish too, right?
Yeah, well, that's all on the
Yeah.
there's Irish on my dad's side. My grandpa Couture would swear up and down to death that he was Irish, and if anyone like combated that,
That sounds
he
like
would
someone
fight
who's
him.
that
So
sounds
were
like
you
someone
raised
who's
Roman
not
Catholic or Irish
all the
Catholic?
way Irish.
Irish Catholic.
Oh.
It sounds like someone who's not 100%
Yeah,
Irish.
the Irish. Yeah, my mom's side of the family is mostly Irish, Scottish.
Yeah.
and they came through Canada as well. So that's all like Peases, Browns, like all these
Yeah.
really hard names that like you don't have to mispronounce.
Yeah. I'm like Dutch Irish.
Peas, Brown, Smith.
I'm like, there's some Scottish in
Got a little
there.
Welsh.
Then like it's really weird because my dad's side just
Really
stops
French.
because my dad's grandpa was like a bastard, like in the legal sense.
Yeah.
So like it just stops at him.
Jon Snow.
Nothing goes farther back.
Jon Snow. That's
Family
where you
history
make the
is
leap.
so
You're like,
fucking
I know
cool.
bastards are.
It's crazy. That's why I did 23andMe because I'm trying to find someone that's from my dad's biological side of the family.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I got aunts and uncles and cousins probably out there.
Yeah, fighting to death to be Irish.
to-
We were like, yeah,
trying to
he's for
find
sure Irish. Don't let that 6'4" man tell you anything else.
Jeez, oh Pete's.
Jeez, oh, Pete's.
I'm Irish and I'll fight you.
Yeah.
I'm Irish and I'll fight you.
Fight me, I'm Irish. That should be a shirt. I'm sure it is.
How do you feel about people who say things like, I don't care if you're black, white, brown, yellow, or purple? Can we discuss that?
I mean, as long as they use that
I don't
accent,
like it.
I'll believe them.
Blind people.
Well, what's the follow-up sentence with that?
there's usually
as long as
isn't-
you're this,
it's
this,
usually
and that.
it's usually something racist.
Yeah.
That's usually how that is followed.
It's usually
up.
sandwiched with
Well,
racism.
it depends how you finish it. It's like you could be black, green, blue, or whatever, and I love you. But then if you could be black, blue, and green, but you can't come here. You have to end the sentence.
Yeah.
It's kind of a it's
Can't
kind of
make a
a
list like I have A, B, and C.
it's kind of a Dr. Seussy way to be racist.
No. I know what Trevor's saying. Just that saying in general, like mentioning, purple, green. It's like those aren't colors of people. So I don't know.
What if like you're so colorblind that you see other races are like ridiculous colors?
I think that's how colorblindness works.
Right. Like you're like, oh, I don't see skin tone. I was like, this is orange. Any complexion of this is orange. You're green.
I feel like the only ones you can have are like red, green. Like there's only like certain
It'll
ones.
be in a spectrum, so it's usually like red, yellow, or green, blue, and it's just like those specific
It would
colors
be
mixed.
crazy. It would be crazy if it was like that and people just kind of had like shades, like white people just had like shades of blue because you're like yellow colorblind or whatever. So it's just like, damn, that'd be pretty sick. Actually.
Yeah. Oceans.
That'd be pretty sick.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm real lost. I looked away for 2 seconds and then I came
We're
back.
just talking
Talking
about
about
colorblindness and like
Colorblindness and
just
color theory.
yeah.
Oh, okay. But it sounds like every race has a different color blindness now. Is that where we're at in the bit?
No, they're talking about like
No, we got off race entirely. We're just
well, kind of. I was talking about how like
Oh,
if you were like blue, yellow, colorblind or whatever it is, like how like people's skin tones that had like yellowish skin tone, like would they look a little blue? That'd be kind of cool.
This is actually where I think Luke would, because Luke is colorblind.
Where's Luke?
All of them or just a couple?
All of them?
Luke's. all Luke's.
No, all the colors.
Oh,
Not all the
Just a
Lukes.
couple Lukes.
Nice. Hey Lou, you want to trade?
all right.
I'm out of here.
Is it the house
I'm
music?
out of here.
It's the house music.
It's probably going to get us pulled unless we have a decent amount of chatter going on in the background.
going for about 30
Yeah.
seconds. We don't want to get
Yeah, we just gotta talk over this song, otherwise we
Take
are
this
gonna get
episode
pulled.
down.
So everybody, just how you feeling about being blue, Baba? Diva? You guys remember when that was like the shit of a ringtone to have? Like that goes off and you're like, yeah, I've got $2.99 to waste on cell phone shit.
This is a very old man thing of me. I've never done ringtones.
Ever? You just hope to God you see the phone light
No,
up?
like I have the default set. I keep it on vibrate.
Yeah.
No one. I don't
Okay.
take the time like. Oh, Nick Earl's calling me. I better be playing
personalized
I'm your
ringtones, you
best
Oh, yeah.
friend.
I thought you were Fight Club psycho that you're like, I only
My
call.
phone goes bang, bang, and I pick it up.
You should pick it up in your 30s.
Yeah, I definitely thought you were just a callback,
Yeah.
like callback Jimmy. Like, I'll call you back.
It's middle. I do. My
That's my
phone's always
voicemail.
on. My phone is always on silence, but it's because the vibrate motor in it broke.
Really?
So like it can't vibrate, and
were you
I cannot have my phone be loud in public because I hate people who
Yeah.
like if I'm at a it's like trauma because my mom used to like listen to her voicemails on speaker at
Oh,
restaurants, and I was
my.
just like, I can't be that. Like I can't have my phone make noise.
Does anybody? This is like Midwestern. Don't like Catholic. If it blows my mind when somebody walks into a gas station like snack part. You know, they walk in
Like the hot food part, or
Yeah,
like where
no,
the chips
just
are?
open the door to the gas station.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about. The room, and they're just full blast having a conversation speakerphone.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, really? Okay, like, well, we're all having this conversation
That
now.
person's important.
Yeah, well, no, but I chime in.
No, I was gonna say that's inviting me
You ever
to
answer
make
these
comments.
Yeah, dude, with masks on, I've started to like walk in. I was going through a real bad depressive episode where like I didn't give a fuck a couple weeks ago, and a guy came blasting in like, well, no, I don't think the job site needs that. And I swear to God, without even checking to see if I'm going to get my ass whooped, I started to go, well, I actually think it does need it.
Where was this?
It's the marathon up that that marathon up there, and I knew I was in for a little bit of struggle because he had one of those absurd mugs.
Turn to look at
Well,
you.
you know
Like the big gulp
the soda,
things?
you know the soda gallons. Where I was like, oh fuck,
handle,
yeah. And then on top of it,
Diabetes in a plastic cup.
here's where I know.
Not even, it's like a hard.
It's
Yeah.
a reusable mug.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
but they're
dishwasher
like
safe.
from
It's
home.
But
dishwasher
no, they're like
safe.
gallon mugs. But here's where I knew I was like,
He has a membership.
I might have barked up the wrong diabetic legs here, because this dude also, as he was like,
can't feel it.
yeah, right. He was flabbergasted that my depressed ass just brazenly fucked with him, and then he goes to get Mountain Dew, and it's not spraying right. He just goes, hey, the Mountain Dew's broken. And as he hands the guy his fucking jug, he went over and bought 3-liter Mountain Dews. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Ew.
Yeah, I was like, nah, this guy does.
Heart hurts for that. What?
That's so gross.
One sip of Mountain Dew and I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like
Pop if
3
you-
sips, I'm like dead.
I don't know if you guys have ever drank like warm flat pop, like in desperation before, like
Werner's.
like
yeah.
so I used to
How
kind of
desperate
like
are you?
I liked like cold flat Sprite when I was a kid because I like never liked pop because I didn't like the bubbles in my mouth, and so I would always just like shake up pops and then like open them and put them in the fridge.
Do you ever forget and just fucking landmine somebody?
No. There was a process, but like I like drank one time my mom's like fucking Diet Coke out of the car, and it felt like syrup in my mouth,
Oh,
and I've
wow,
thought about
yeah.
pop the same way ever since.
no.
And
A
I'm,
fountain pop or was it a can?
it was a can.
Ooh, yeah, that'll boil off the water.
It was
and then- yeah.
gross, and I was like, "This is what it is, though."
You and I landmined a few people at a Salsa Parlor show, didn't we?
Oh, we're shaking up ears?
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. You and I.
It's always good when I'm going like, all right.
We
Let's
cackled
go for
like
a walk.
idiots. We were moving the cooler somewhere, and Jim and I were well on at this point. And I just started shaking a beer, and I think you just saw me, and you're like, "Yeah, this is a good joke." And
we put him in the satchels and going around like, all right,
Dude.
we're already throwing.
yeah, Jim and I, when we're nearing the peak drunkenness, we turn into a couple of scallywags without even talking.
I try to pick specifically who it's supposed to be.
yeah.
Like it's never a girl or him. It's always like that guy's not laughing.
yeah,
You should just do it at random, though. It would be funny.
I've done
Just to
it a
see
couple
who-
times.
Who gets them?
Yeah. Well, no, I'll shake them and put them back in the cooler, and them's the ones where like God will figure that out. But
Yeah.
every now and again, I'll satchel up with a few
I like
landmines.
I like a little cherry bomb in
Yeah.
your back pocket.
Well, it
Yeah.
depends on where it
Toss
is
them
in the
out.
cooler. it has a chance to calm down a little bit. It
Yeah.
won't be-
Yeah, it
Yeah.
has a chance. Depends
Yeah.
on how thirsty you
Yeah.
are.
Well, it also, here's something I've learned in my scientific research days of beer landmining people. The slender cans, like the tall slendies, so the spritzer cans,
Yeah.
can't do, you shake them up, you fuck. They retain their bubbles. They're like, no, you can't do this to me.
Yeah.
Then the Coors Lights and the Coors Banquets have like, I'm getting in shape style
like
cans.
compression.
Yeah. Those two, no. But you get a Budweiser one of them, or a Busch can that's
Bud
like, I'm
Light,
not
yeah.
changing. Like, you shake that up, that thing is fucking shook
I don't
all
know
day.
No,
what
it's
it
like
is.
expanded.
Yeah.
It like fucking looks.
Like, wow, this is-
Like, the
You
top
gotta
of it
tap
is
the
like,
top.
Yeah.
This will sell it.
It's fine.
every time I see somebody do that, I'm like, oh,
Open
God,
it
I
on a
fucking-
1,
no way.
2, 3.
I'm like, yeah, I don't know who that works with, but it never has that actually worked for me. We're like, oh, this was ready to explode. Tap, tap, tap.
You can feel like
You do
you
like
like
that.
if you squeeze too hard, it'll just explode in your hand.
Yeah.
yeah, man.
What is it about Busch Light cans that I feel like the aluminum that they are made out of is way thinner than like a Budweiser?
It's because then when you like shoot them after you're done drinking, they fall better.
I was gonna say, Jim, isn't it obvious they pass the savings on to you? Come on, man.
still 10 cents.
Also easier to crush against.
It's got more
Especially
grip.
when you put a 22 through
Too,
it.
yeah, too many kids were writing in talking about being beat with Busch Light cans, so they made them easier to crumple. For that, where's your homework? Oh my goodness, dude! What it was shit beer of choice. If you had to,
Shit
if you
beer
were
of choice.
if you were on a desert island and you had to bring one beer,
Your desert island
Course,
piss
just a
beer. I
regular
feel so much
course.
shorter now.
yeah,
How do I
you're a
get this
banquet
up?
girl.
Just a regular course.
That's
That's
banquet.
banquet.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, but that's what you know that.
The
I drink Coors, not
in the
Banquet.
silver can. Coors
That's
Light.
Coors Light.
Coors Light.
That's Coors Light.
Yeah,
I was like,
you're like
Elena,
the ball.
really? Like,
I mean, I like Coors Banquet too, but
No.
Coors Light is a little bit
but
easier.
it's an aggressive move for like
Yeah.
kind of a little gal to be like, I'd like the heaviest, thickest beer Coors makes.
No, at the shows I get fucking God. If I am fucking like,
We all get fucking guys.
straight up, dude. No,
Dude.
I like God. I remember one time I like said something. I was like I had like 3 Coors Banquets, and I was like talking to Luke about we both did the same play in elementary school, Anansi the Spider, and I was like talking about it, and Jake walked up and was just like, "Oh fuck, Elena's so drunk."
Yeah,
and I was literally
Coors
just
Banquet-
going off about it, like.
It's
I was so drunk that I got like offended. I was like, "Fuck you! You gave me these beers.
It-
like
Dude,
you did this to me."
We've done Coors Banquet so hard now at those parties that like I used to get like half and half banquet and light, and it's gotten to the point where like there will be like little petite did up girls, and I'm like, oh, here's your Coors Light, and they're like, give me
want
this,
the banquet.
give me the goddamn
Yeah.
dad beer, give me
Yeah.
that full flavored banquet. I'm like, hon, you're planning on like dancing with the ladies later, right? And like, yeah. I want to do it, and I need something to anchor my ass to the
I
floor.
want that barrel inside me to go swoop, swoop, swoop.
It's crazy.
It makes my face like.
I've got some
ugh.
demons. that
Yeah. When you see like a
want a
college
full
girl in a
take.
cocktail dress drinking a banquet, I'm like, oh my God, you're gonna kill somebody later, aren't you?
Or you
Like,
marry that person.
yeah, well, yeah, Jim. I'm like, easy, Jim.
We
But
can work through the vehicular manslaughter.
It's-
charge.
She's really making
Yeah.
that spaghetti skirt
Dude,
work.
it's
Spaghetti
hilarious
skirt.
though.
the skirt with spaghetti on it.
Yeah, that they've thrown up. Yeah, it's the base meal coming back up because that banquet's so deep.
I love Eminem.
Clearly.
Nice. Oh my goodness.
Nothing stops her.
It's his
Looking for a
Scadios.
meatball.
Yeah, it's just chewed up Scadios.
I want to be more of a guy's guy, but beer hurts my stomach.
Nah, that makes sense.
I love beer. That's
And
Alcohol.
you can't
or-
tell that to people and still be cool or fuckable in their eyes.
All right. I wish I didn't like beer so much.
Just
I
tell
don't
me
drink
you
as
have
much
celiac disease.
anymore.
Lie.
Was that?
Tell me you have celiac disease. Just lie.
Could do that.
Just lie. Yeah, that's what
Just
Nah,
lie.
you can't. Celiac disease. If you're in front of a group of guys that are like, you can't drink beer, and then you're like, no, I've got celiac disease. See how that goes for you.
I'm over the
Like-
craft beer
Make my
phase,
tummy
though.
will
Yeah.
hurt.
You're over craft beer.
I am. I like IPAs. I get it. It was fun while it lasted. Every now and then a stout, but like a Guinness is just fine.
See,
I
But,
tried
like,
to like
I'm a
fancy beer and I
High Life or Miller Lite. Like
Yeah.
I just came into like the light beer phase. I'm a High Life guy.
I like the classic mowers, but I do have a tinge of American pride about how many like microbreweries and breweries we have that just kick ass now.
Sure.
Because every time we'd go to Europe or Canada, they'd be like, "Oh, fucking, America just can't figure out beer or maple syrup," and we're like, "Give us 10 years." And now it's like
We
there's
put
no
maple
difference.
syrup in our beer.
Yeah, you fucking idiots.
You can get
Yeah.
a maple syrup stout.
Your move, dickweed. Like-
this is a breakfast blend
Yeah.
stout.
Dude, well, okay, that brings me back
There's
to the
egg yolk,
Yeah,
sausage, and maple syrup.
and it's been blended up to give it
Yeah.
that frothy nitro
It's
flavor.
been brewed in hops.
It's all egg white.
All together,
we,
yeah.
we scoop the
I-
yolk out.
I'll be
No.
honest, I think the flavors are getting a little out of control.
See,
a
I was
vegan
going to bring it back
sausage
to the
version.
banquet though. Banquet is brewed like it the reason it has that banquet name is because it feels like mashed potatoes and turkey sitting in your gut after you have a few of those.
My one of my older cousins, he went on like a trip through like a backpacking trip throughout the country, and they stayed in Colorado, and they went to go see the Coors.
That is my
like,
mecca. I pray to
and
that
he
place
was
5
like
days.
watching that dirty fucking river pull into that. I don't know if they've cleaned it up since then, but I remember him telling me when I was like 12, he was just like watching that dirty river go in and make that beer.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
And the plan was him and his buddy were supposed to go up to Alaska to work on a boat,
Yeah.
but they only had room for one. So his buddy needed the money more, so he let his buddy go greenhorn on this fishing boat, and he just camped for like 3 months.
Did he become a beer monger?
No. I think he sells he was selling RVs in Wisconsin.
Okay.
It's a dream.
Yeah. Sounds like he made
Well,
it.
his wife's a chef, so he's all right.
Yeah, he's doing good then. Have you guys seen the commercials for? I love that. First of all, every beer company's like, "Fuck, we got to get on the seltzer train now."
Oh, yeah.
And speaking of trains, Silver Bullet Coors was just like, "We've got river water seltzers now," and they're like, "Every case of our dog shit seltzer you buy, we'll stop fucking up a river for you."
Look,
I'm like, "Right, thanks, Coors."
I don't hate seltzers. Do you think we're getting a little carried away? Like
I-
Bud Light has it,
anytime-
Corona has it,
anytime it
Labatt's Labatt's Blue has it.
I think
Yeah.
everybody's just realizing
My
that
dad
beer
loves
is
Labatt's
gross.
seltzer.
Right. Well, no, I think anytime Natty gets on board with something, you're like, oh, that ship has sailed.
I like a Natter Day.
Oh, Natter Day is fun.
Saturday was too good for how shitty.
I've
It was like-
grown up off of Natter Day too much.
I
to
wanna-
enjoy
Wait,
it.
wait, no. The pink shandy Natter
Yeah.
Days we're talking about?
Yeah, like the like pink and yellow. It's like
Yeah.
an ombre.
You
up it.
grew up on those?
No, I've thrown up
Oh,
after drinking
I
those.
was like,
And I was like,
"Those
those
haven't
are
been.
new."
Yeah, it's
no,
like a couple
no,
of years.
no, I've thrown up
Like,
after
Elena,
drinking
you're
so many
12?
times.
Like, we can't have a
I
12-year-old
Fiend of
talk.
Natter Day.
I
We talked
cannot.
about sex stuff.
That's
we can't.
like one of my. That's like one of my alcohols that I'm like
Re-
no.
Oh, like never
Yeah,
again?
I'm like
It's
no.
way too sugary.
It's
If-
so like I like it,
you ever
the
have
back
soft
of my
parade?
throat feels.
If you
weird
were
thinking
making a
about the smell
college
of it.
drinker in an RPG game, they would have a Natter Day and a fireball. And it's like,
Fucking
yeah,
30
let's
rack
go.
with a fifth.
Give us
Yeah.
a fireball shandy.
Oh my god, dude,
Ew.
it's coming. Remember it?
Fireball hard seltzer.
Yeah. People going like, I want another cinnamon toast crunch shot. I'm like, what is that? And they're like, it's Fireball and Bailey's. I'm like, you are
man.
gonna throw
That
up.
gives me fucking
That is-
heartburn
Yeah.
just thinking
Ew,
about it.
if you drink like creamy liquor
Yeah.
to have fun, I don't trust
What
you.
does creamy liquor entail? 'Cause
What
I
the
don't know.
fuck?
Bailey's.
Bailey's, rum chata, anything
Is
that has
Jaeger
like a
exempt?
cream.
That's more of a syrup.
Yeah.
No, I
it's
like
exempt.
Jaeger. I like
Okay.
taking like half a Monster, pouring it out, and filling it up with Jaeger. That's what I did at Electric
Bailey's and
Forest.
coffee is like the only way.
Here, I got you. Nick's
Yeah,
got something
no,
to say.
I'll have that.
I'll do 2 mics.
But like,
My
I'm not gonna
sister
drink,
gave
a
me
shot of
like
liqueur.
Bailey's for Christmas, and I just don't trust it because it's got actual cream in it,
It'll
and it
congeal.
doesn't need to be refrigerated or have an expiration date.
Yeah, it's creepy.
That's-
Like that can't be good for you.
That's
How
alcohol for you, baby. That's a preservative keep.
I
That's
have
a,
Bailey's in my fridge, but like if you're like drinking that at a party or ordering it at a bar,
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
you're a fucking
if
psycho.
you show up
You
to,
can party, I
if
got
you
my
show up
Carolines.
with the creamy Bailey's and you start drinking it out of like just a tumbler at a party, like what you got there, buddy? Be like, they didn't have enough milk, so I decided to show up with Bailey's.
You can't ever brag about drinking Bailey's either. Like in college, you
Yeah.
could never be like, bro, I fucking crushed a handle of
Dude,
Bailey's.
It's like cool. It's like cool on like Christmas morning
Yeah.
to like put it in your like coffee and like drink it like that.
I did have a roommate who would whiskey up and Bailey's up his coffee every now and again.
Sure.
And
See,
walk to
that's fine.
class. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
one.
Oh yeah.
That's not like the whole.
I don't want. Ugh.
If
I
you
go to a
Three of
party with a
those is
hot
almost
mug.
yeah,
Yeah.
a thermos full of Bailey's.
Talking about it.
I'm just talking about it. It's so
Dude,
gross.
I think the
Guys, let's do a shot. And you're like, yeah, for sure.
the Bailey the Bailey's thermos is the original Four Loko. Where it's like caffeine and alcohol.
Four Loco. Do you remember the Four Loco Golds? They
Yeah,
just like
unfortunately,
gasoline.
yes, I do.
I didn't buy into
14%
the-
alcohol.
We made it ourselves.
Yeah, I feel like Four Loko was just somebody being like, "What if we just mix the Red Bull and the liquor together?"
We used to do this thing before we went to the bar where we would go to that 7-Eleven by Harper's and we'd stand like in the corner by the trash can and we'd buy like 2 Four Locos for like the 8 of us and we'd all just like finish them and we
Hell
called it
yeah.
the Loco Corner.
Yeah.
Loco corner.
Before we went
The
in
crazy
and got
corner.
in line
Lu-
or before we went in there.
Quattro crazy.
Luke's talking about this peanut butter whiskey. I actually had a couple shots of that back in January, and it was deceptively amazing.
It's okay. There's some
Whiskey's
peanut butter
good,
whiskeys
though.
are not good.
No,
though.
but
Is
I
it cream based though?
No,
like, that's what we're
it's
talking
like
about.
clear.
Like,
peanut butter liquor.
and the only other exception to like the cream based thing is like I've had like cookies and cream rum chata like pudding shots that
Yeah.
are really good.
yeah, but
but,
that's like made up.
But
that's
that's like
done
something
Like
that
Jello
you
shots.
like.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
You're not like getting drunk off of that. But like I have like girlfriends who will like I don't even know.
I don't
It's,
trust
like rum
people
chata,
getting-
Malibu, like those like funny, like
what if they started
funky
making, like,
kind of like
lozenges?
flavors. I'm like, oh, I
up.
hate
You got
you.
excited about that.
I just want
3%
tequila
alcohol
or
losses.
Tito's. I just want straight. I just want my alcohol to just be alcohol.
Yeah.
I get
And be
sad
done.
throw up on clear liquor, so I
Well, it's for housewives, and you're doing exactly what you should be at that
I'm gonna
point.
do like a pink lemonade vodka or anything like that.
I do-
I'm like,
I
just
do-
give me-
Oh, you think that's
Just
what they- like,
pink lemonade vodka. Just give me the Tito's
I wanna
and
see
Gatorade.
Auntie Jim come out again. Speaking of really,
Well, you get
hang
a
on, I
bottle
want
of
to
Cabot,
circle back
man.
before I change it up.
I was just gonna say I do a Triple H. You guys ever done one of those?
Yeah, I've
Triple
done
H
some
is that
some
the
wrestlers.
time to
It's
play the game?
Yeah.
it's Hennessy and half. That's
Oh,
what it is.
And do you
Jesus.
drink it like this and then go
Oh, yeah, you
Screwball,
finish
that's it.
like
Yeah.
Triple H?
Yep.
Screwball.
Or screwdriver, which is just
I do
Tito's
like a
and
White
orange
Russian.
juice.
I've gotten hammered off of
Tito's
White
and
Russians
orange
before,
juice.
and it is a
Screwdriver.
thick
Tito's
drunk.
is great.
I no, I like it's in all my favorite drinks.
Hang
like
on,
a
we got
Bloody
we got a
Mary.
lot going on.
I don't know.
Everybody's excited
Sorry.
about alcohol. Us fucking drunks. What do you got?
Is it
Nick?
noon yet?
Yeah, yeah, right.
Remember the White Russian body shots?
Oh, we have to talk for 7
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah,
I got stuck with the milk belly button.
yeah, we did white Russian body shots, and to this day, the most flavorful body shot I've
That
ever
is
done.
disgusting.
All right, speaking of creamy Baileys,
You
though.
have to say how we did it. It was 3 people with each.
Yeah, we lined them up, 3 belly buttons, and we yeah.
I had to put my shirt back on and go sit outside and think about some things.
Well,
after
you're
that.
still here, but
People
okay.
popping
Would it
tops.
be
I'm like, I can't be
grosser?
part of
I don't
this.
know why it seems grosser to me if you like took a body shot out of someone's belly button like with a straw.
Oh, yeah, that is weird.
Instead of, like-
Probably because you could mine the lint at the
Yeah,
bottom.
that's what I'm just thinking about like this. I don't know. I was thinking about it. I was
Capri
like, huh.
Sun a belly, like no, thank
But
you.
you could like fashion something to do 3 at once. You know.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's
If you lined your
crazy
guys
straw.
like when you talked about everyone lined up, that's
The-
what I thought of.
the
it,
only
someone
time those
standing
straws
over
would
them.
titularly live up to their name. Okay, so we have Wednesday, not this week, but next week, I believe. We have St. Patrick's Day coming up. So I know you guys got to call in sick. But
Dan, I can't make it in.
are we partaking in festivities this year for St. Patrick's Day? Because last year, I think we were all too freaked out by Corona that we're like, fuck your fake drunk holiday. We got to live.
Yeah.
But now we're like, yes, fuck yeah, we got to live.
I think
I have
everybody
to
needs a
work on
drink.
Wednesday,
Yeah.
but
It's on a Wednesday.
Yeah, so here's the thing, because I used to make a full Irish stepdad breakfast of canned corned beef hash,
I love it.
eggs in a hole, and then Guinness, Killian's, Bailey's coffee.
Eggs in a hole. That's the toast with the
Egg in a
love
hole, yeah.
those.
What do you do with the middle part of the bread on those? I've always
Throw it
Uh,
away. It's trash.
I toast them and turn them into little butter toasties.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. But so we can do that, or
Little
we can be grown up adults in the apocalypse and just wear
Cry
a tasteful
ourselves to
amount of
sleep.
green. Yeah, and just
Okay.
be
I
like,
mean,
it's
I'll-
not the same.
After work, I guess I would do a shot and a beer, maybe a bomb.
All
I
right.
drink heavily after work.
Okay.
I don't want to go
Why not?
to
Well,
work Thursday feeling any kind
As
of
you guys
gross
are all
stuff.
doing, yeah, just say you're sick that day. I'm gonna be sick that day. I will single-handedly be trying to dye the red cedar green. I'm gonna park my Subaru on the Hagedorn Bridge, and I'm gonna be squirting Baker's
one
amount. Yeah, just Baker's amount of food dye coloring. Be like, it's time to go back to normalcy.
You're out. You pull out another packet. You just threw out the red and yellow, and you keep the
Yeah, yeah. I'm just using cake batter mixes. Like, here we go.
I refuse to live in fear.
I took my mask off for this.
This is green cream cheese frosting.
Meanwhile, I'm just squirting on birds that are under the bridge, making green seagulls.
spread it out.
Just making the local news.
New green seagulls taking over Old
Man
Town.
dyes birds green. Has he lost it? You're like, I just wanted to celebrate the holiday like we used to.
The assailant was quoted as, "Ha ha ha! Look at him go!"
Oh my God! All right.
Okay.
Okay, we're coming up on the 11th hour. Plugs. Let's go around plugs. We'll have Nick come back in for it. But Jimmy, you got anything
This
to plug?
Wednesday, you can look for a Hollywood sauce to be dropped. Every other Wednesday, pretty much. You looking for
On salsaparlor.com.
salsaparlor.com.
Well, we don't have the .com yet because
Oh,
we
it's
got
on YouTube.
Well, we got to tell people to smash the like button
Smash
and
that
subscribe.
like button.
Smash it.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
We need 100 subscribers so we can actually own our IP on YouTube. That I'm business talking right now, but just tell everybody up to 100 and then stop telling people. We'll do it organically after that.
Yep. But on
Hell
YouTube
yeah.
this Wednesday at 2 p.m., you'll see another Hollywood sauce.
Very fun. Elena?
I have a podcast. It's called Leave Me Alone. It's now a weekly podcast. If any of you guys want to be on my podcast, I need guests. I need to start getting stuff ready.
You said
But-
I asked.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We'll do it soon. I'm just
My last
I'm,
one didn't go so well.
Well, because you're a
you can
sexist.
well. Anyways, but they come out on Sundays. So tomorrow it will be out when you wake up.
Cool.
So yeah, and Carl Johnson is tomorrow, and I had fun doing that one, so I'm excited.
Red? Trev?
9 to 5, you can buy insurance from me. 5 to 9, you can catch me weeping, usually alone.
All right. Cool. Wheeling.
Yeah, come on in over on my. There he goes.
Sometimes when Trevor's not alone weeping, I'm also there weeping. Eventually, comedy will exist again, and I'll be back doing that.
All right.
And yeah, I don't know. I'm taping a podcast with Johnny Mockney later this month. That's the only thing on my schedule.
All right.
And you can't buy insurance from me, but if you send some documents to Jackson, I might see them. Because I process those.
Is the podcast called Once in a Month?
It's called We Are Movies.
Oh,
It's Johnny's podcast.
I thought it was like you and him starting up a different podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
Everyone's
plug
starting
We Are Movies.
podcasts.
Yeah. That's literally the only thing on my schedule.
Cool.
So. I tape it later this month. I don't know when it's coming out.
Yeah, Johnny's
on top
podcast
of
is
it.
a good podcast. We Are Movies with Johnny Mockney.
Yeah, I'm my friend's podcast. Also listen to Free Consultation.
I was gonna get to it, but thanks, bud. Just an off mic voice now coming in. Okay, so
Nick's looking for more friends to plug.
yeah, right. Nick and I are friends. So yeah, guys, please subscribe to Salsa Parlor. Smash the like button, subscribe, tell people about the morning show, 9 a.m. on Saturdays. The Obstacle, also on Salsa Parlor live streaming. That's on Mondays at 9 a.m. with Erickson, Justin, I. And then what else? I got Free Consultation, podcast, comedy law based with counselor Nick Ladorf, a very funny comedian and a real life lawyer.
The Dorf.
Yep, that drops Mondays, so ours will be out Monday morning for you. And then you can find me on YouTube at Loaded for Bear, where I'm doing a bunch of survival comedy nonsense. And then as far as stand-up comedy goes, if it is back indeed, April 29th, and does April have a 30? Yes, it does. 30...
They'll have 30s.
Yeah, 31, I wasn't sure. April 29th through May 1st, I will be at Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle.
Woo!
So, woo, we're doing it. And then, yeah, Lena and I got mics and shows set up for March.
March
Yeah,
23rd.
yeah, I
are
mean,
we
I'm
at
gonna be
JD
at-
Whiskeys.
Yeah, we might be.
I'm at JB's next Tuesday.
Cool.
So you have to get a reservation to go in there, I think. And I have a question for you all.
All right, we'll ask off mic. Other than that, thanks, everybody.
Someone wants to know Zach's video. Does Zach have a video game podcast?
Oh.
Or does he just have Damn Dude LOL?
No, that's
he's-
coming out.
Him
Okay.
and Trevor are supposed to figure out a time that
Yes.
works.
Okay. Yeah, so
but,
TBA.
But we got to plug
Alex Burkar.
Alex Burkar
Yeah.
is streaming on Twitch at the
The Schwans. Yeah, yep.
All right.
The _ Schwans.
But he just
and
got
he's
an
an affiliate.
affiliate. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, so he's making that Twitch money.
Yeah, so go there, watch it, fucking do it.
But yeah, if you
Goodbye.
guys, OG Yandu, Sean, Luke, anybody else, Trevor, Louie, anybody in the comments section, Alex, appreciate the hell out of you guys watching. You're getting in early now. T-shirts for everybody, custom T-shirts, EFTs, NFTs, cryptocurrency for everybody. Cool. We'll see you guys Monday and next week. Okay.
Right.
Bye. We're still live. We're still live until we go off.
You guys want to drink and masturbate?
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much what we talk about. we gotta prepare for next week.
Yeah. Some market research.